Z92.7 WZBD Radio presents exciting high school wrestling. Brought to you in part by the many community-minded sponsors you'll hear. And now to the gym for the exciting action.
Well, good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome to Adams Central High School, the SAC. That's the home of the ACAC wrestling tournament this year. Rex Brewer along with Josh Gaskell tonight. They are just finishing up the first round matches, getting ready to start into the 106-pound semifinal matches. Let's get some commercials in here for our fine sponsors, and we'll be back with some of these first round matches in the semifinals right here on WZBD.
Get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. The BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. The versatile lineup is built to help you make the most of your land. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for $0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, or save up to $600. Now through February 16th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit Offholder Equipment Sales, US 27 in Bern, Indiana, State Route 364 in Minster, Ohio, or online at offholderequip.com.
Sports season, movies, or your favorite new TV show. Hi, this is Tina, and I want to introduce you to the season's biggest new must-see TV, 100-inch television for under $4,000. Smart Google LED panel TV, only available at selected authorized dealers. Imagine watching your favorite team on lifelike spectacular television. This is more than a TV, it's entertainment as you have never experienced. Stop in to view a new era in television at Innovative Concepts Audio Video, 1421 Manchester Street in Decatur. We bring technology to you.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Hey, do you know when and where we can recycle in Adams County?
Well, I know you can recycle from 8 to 4 weekdays and Saturday 8 to noon at the transfer station next to Golden Meadows.
Okay, where else?
In Decatur, behind D&D Marathon on the east side of town on Thursdays, Mondays at Simon Manufacturing 27 South in Bern, and in Monroe on the third Tuesday at the fairgrounds. Plus, you can always get the latest info at adamscountyswmd.com.
Thanks.
Throwing a party? Call Adams County Tent and Party Rental to make it a very special occasion. Adams County Tent and Party Rental has delivery on tents, tables, chairs, linens, and bounce houses for weddings, birthday parties, graduations, retirement luncheons, and business meetings. No event is too big or too small for Adams County Tent and Party Rental. Call Landon at 223-2040 or like them on Facebook. Looking for summer work? Give Adams County Tent and Party Rental a call today.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School. Rex Brewer with Josh Gaskell as they are into the semifinal round. They have some of the 106-pound matches going on. And Josh, you and I talked off the air about this 106-pound match. Why don't you lay out some for the fans, kind of this bracket that the seeding must have been pretty hard to do. I don't know if they did some Indian leg wrestling to figure out who got the draw seeds or what.
Yeah, I've got Ezra Leakey beating the #1 seed, Corbin Lothridge, earlier in this year in the team duels. I believe that was by decision. And then Will Fredinger, beating Ezra Leakey, and Brock Sprunger losing to Corbin Lothridge. And they've all taken a loss to someone in the field and all have a win to someone in the field. So it's kind of a toss-up, but I think they give it to Lothridge. He does have 2 wins over Brock Sprunger, so maybe most wins in the field over common opponents. But now we're underway, and right now Brock Sprunger's on the mat against Will Fredinger of Bluffton.
This shows Brock Sprunger with a 3-1 lead over Fredinger right now. And then that match you talked about, Lothridge versus Ezra Leakey, that is going on mat #2 right now, as their 2 is right down in front of us down here. Yeah, they have it lined up. I think they wrestled too soon and they had to hold that match because they ran into their 30-minute time allotment because they ran through that first round pretty darn quick. So we get some of these matches that are having being held right now. But right now it's Will Fredinger wrestling against South Adams' Brock Sprunger. That match on mat number 1. Our official on that mat is Tyrone Wilson. They have Fredinger at 22-5, and Sprunger at 17-8. That is Bluffton and South Adams, respectively. And coming up on deck on that match is Max Carr versus Adams from South Adams, and Cale Beer from Adams Central wrestling against Orion Khan of Bluffton. And that match also, mat number 3, is also being held due to some delays because they have to wait till those matches can get done. Let's go to that bracket for 100 pounds and see who won in that first round. And like I said, some of these did not have matches. This is at 106. Lothridge was a winner by forfeit, and then Fichter was defeated by Ezra Leakty, and Fredinger had a forfeit, and Sprunger had a forfeit. So there's only one match wrestled in that first round.
Yeah, and that's just this conference. Some small schools, we'll see it later at other weight classes, just don't fill a full team, and so that's when you get this break. And in the Ezra Leakty and Lothridge match, Ezra right now with the opening takedown against the number 1 seed.
So when you jump up to 113, Griffin Byram advances by a forfeit, and then Harada of Bluffton advances with a win over Caleb Boots from Southern Wells, and no other matches in that. So some of these just had basically like one rat tail match to get them through. At 120, Levi Johns was a winner, and I think we just saw Levi Johns win his match that was just wrestled over there. As I think he wrestled Cade Foster. Foster was a winner over Mason Myers. That first round match, Wink of Jay County was a winner over Colton Everett, and then Loshi from South Adams advances by forfeit on the bottom bracket. Anybody stand out in that bracket as somebody that stands out to you?
I mean, Levi Johns is going to be tough. He's qualified at least 2 years, maybe 3 years for the state tournament. I look for him to qualify again this year again. At 120, he's probably the hands-on favorite. But like we said earlier, Titus Loshi is a hard guy to wrestle. The stat where if you get the opening takedown, you're probably going to win. That stat doesn't bode well against Titus Loshi. He likes to give up some points, but he's going to give you 6 minutes. So.
At 126, Cale Beer is advanced with a bye. And then Khan of Bluffton was a winner over Munster of Woodland in that first round. No other matches wrestled in that first round. At 132, Frauger advances with a bye, and Bingham of M Central is a winner over Nunley of Bluffton. And let's see, Landers of Jay County was a winner by fall in 18 seconds over Dahlman of Heritage, and that's at 132. At 138, Og of M Central advanced with a bye. Loshi is a winner over Geis from Woodland with a fall in 317. Max Morellas advances with a forfeit, and then Barnes of Bluffton is a winner over Alex Rivers of Jay County. So he will be in the bottom against Morales. Morales is one of those Heritage kids that we need to look out for. One of the better kids in his weight class. At 144, Parker Nash moves with a bye. Lane Dollar was defeated by Carson Mason of Woodland in the first round by falling a minute 20. Wyatt Mann advances with a forfeit, and then AJ Heskett advances with a forfeit in the bottom. So those guys will be wrestling this round. At 150, Grayson Sorgen had a bye. There's a forfeit for Logan Johnson from Bluffton, so he wrestles Sorgen. Braxton Huff of South Adams advances with a forfeit, and then Gabe Arderizioni advances. So there was no matches in that first round at that weight class. 157, Dubois advances with a bye out of the top. Heritage's Gasparini of Heritage is a winner over Nick Brewster, and we looked at that, and a couple of guys with just a handful of wins between them, and that came down and gets a big pin, and you thought they won a sectional out of that bracket.
Yeah.
At sliding on down, there's forfeits for the next two guys in Siberry and Dollar from Southern Wells, so they are into the next round at 165. Byerly gets the bye on the top. Adazoni from Jay County is a winner over Muhammad Nashwan, 6-1. He advances. Malachi Caper is a winner over Heritage Watson. And then Nathan Plattner. Gotta get my glasses tuned up here. Plattner advances with a bye on the bottom half of the bracket. At 175, Litchfield, who we talked about from Heritage, comes in 31-3 with a pretty quality record. And he gets a bye. And then the next match, Gottschall was defeated by fall by Williams from Southern Wells in a minute 28. Xander Schwartz advances with a tech fall over Carpenter of Jay County. And then Somerset advances on the bottom half of the bracket by a forfeit. At 190, A.J. Myers back in the lineup for the Patriots. He will wrestle Burkott of Southern Wells as he advances with a forfeit. Max Nussbaum got a forfeit. And then Taven Freeze also with a forfeit from Bluffton. So those are the guys that are in that next round. At 190, that was 190. And you said that Adam Central Heiser is not in the lineup today.
Yeah, having Xander Schwartz come in at that 175. I don't know if it's a shoulder, weight, but he's out, and you don't want to be out the week before sectional unless it's something major.
At 215 in top half of the bracket, Boots from Bluffton advances with a bye. Hunter DeConick was defeated by Alex Valencia in a fall on 5:59. 5:59, he had 1 second left, couldn't held off, but he's a winner by fall. And Bryce Coy of Jay County is a winner over Schomburg from Southern Wells. And then Ethan Funk is a winner on the bottom half of the bracket by forfeit, so he advances. When we get to heavyweight, Alan Ortiz of Jay County advances with the bye. He's the number 1 seed here. Ian James was a winner over Landis from Bluffton, a fall in 28 seconds. Vallejo, he's the winner by forfeit, and then Gavin Rumpel advances by forfeit. So those are all the matches that we have that are completed right now as we are into the 106-pound matches. As we get back to the dashboard, I can tell you who's wrestling on these mats right now. As Miles Carr is wrestling against Max Adams from South Adams. And how did that matchup go during the dual meet, Josh?
Max Adams won that by decision. It was a close match, but like I've said earlier, the difference between a dual and an individual tournament is a lot different. And so right now it's a 3-0 score in favor of Max Adams. But, that can change up a lot when you're not looking for bonus points. You're just looking for a win.
And the other match we talked about, Lothridge versus Leakey. Lothridge right now has an 8-3 lead in that match. And on the mat number 1, Jaron Frauger of Southern Wells has a 3-0 lead over Jackson Bingham of Adams Central. We'll take a look at this Lothridge-Leakey match here as Leakey just gives up another near fall. So that is Lothridge now with a 11-3 lead. And that match has 7 seconds left to go in the match. So that is going to be a Jay County win as they're going to advance there as time ticks down the last 3 seconds. So your winner in that match is going to be Lothridge as he advances.
And that's what you want. Next week's sectional, if he doesn't win this or he doesn't get to see him this week, Leakey's going to have that seeding criteria over him.
Yep.
So kind of important. Good job for Lothridge pulling that one out.
Max Carr still trails Adams down there 3-0 on their match. And that match has about 6 seconds left to go in period number 2 as Adams is right on top of the chicken wing. Time expires. Tyrone's going to show top position choice to Adams. Look at the corner. Sawyer Miller says, we're going to go down, sir. On that mat number 1. And 1 is here in front of us. That is a new match that just started as Jaron Frauger, and he's wrestling against Jackson Bingham. And that match 3-1 right now as Bingham with escape. Nice ankle pick there by Frauger to get the takedown. He goes up 6-1 on Bingham. And he locks up a cross-face cradle, and he has him on his back working on some near fall, so he's really racking up the points on that one. We're going to get a stalemate over there on that mat number 1 with Carr and Adams as they're kind of in a scramble with about a minute 40 left to go here in period number 3. Adams worked out front. He's got a chicken wing. Now he gets the 2-point reversal on Carr. So 5-0 is the score on that match, and that is a match at 113 pounds. As we look through these brackets, Adams Central probably the favorite to win this meet today, coming in with more number 1 seeded wrestlers, but their lineup's kind of been dinged up a little bit. We talked that Heiser's a big spot in her lineup to not have in there, as he's a quality guy with a lot of wins on your team for you.
Yeah, that kind of hurts him as far as team aspect. Xander's going to look to fill that spot, and he picked up an opening win the first round by tech fall, so that's huge. But with the weight shifting, I'm watching Jaron Frogger, who's wrestled 44 and 138 pounds a good chunk of the year, and he's down at 132, and he looks like an animal at 132.
Yeah.
He just looks
hungry,
and he looks big for that weight. And Jackson Bingham, if Frogger doesn't drop down to 132 pounds, Bingham's probably the 2 or 3 seed.
Yeah.
He gets bumped down because just someone with a better win record drops your weight.
Frogger comes in here, the junior's 25-3, and you talk about strength of schedule, and I know that I talked with Jacob Duncan, before the meet started, and he's doing his best to try and get these guys good quality matches, and it's tough to do a little small school like that to break into some of the bigger tournaments and get some good dual meets. So he may have some guys have some big records, but I don't know if their strength of schedule is really doing them any favors.
Now, I forget what holiday tournament they do wrestle. Southern Wells does go down to maybe Mooresville, something around that area. So they do get to see some good competition. I believe he was at 138 pounds for that and did place 5th. So 132 pounds, I saw he placed at the Garrett Invitational, was the champ, beating Will Patterson of South Adams. So that'll be a good match if we see that in the finals. Will Patterson of South Adams versus Jaron Frogger. I know they went back and forth. Both guys had each other on their back at one point, both getting 4 near fall at one point. So they did have them on their back, not just for a quick roll. So that'll be a good finals match between those two teams.
Frogger did end up getting the win over Bingham. They've left that match, and right now it's Jay County. Let's see how they haven't updated yet, but on mat number 1, it's going to be Jay County's Jason Landers at 132, and he's going to be wrestling against Will Patterson of South Adams.
Yep. And that's another one, A.J. Heskett from Jay County going up to 144 pounds. Was originally at 132. Landers drops in, not having any common opponents. I believe in the field, he gets, whatever his record seed is, the 4 seed or 3 seed, so he's got to see Will Patterson. This is a tough match for both of them. Both could easily win this tournament, and they got to see each other in the semifinals.
Patterson was in, and let's see, that's on mat number 1 over there. That's Dakota Sprunger wrestling against Cooper Glassford over there, and Dakota Sprunger with an early takedown. He has a 3-0 lead over Glassford over there.
Will Patterson on mat 3 has got his opponent on the back, Jason Landers of Jay County. The match here on match 2 is going to be a good one, Silas Wank versus Titus Loesch. I think every time I've watched Silas Wank versus Titus Loesch, Silas is normally up big, and somehow Titus comes back and pins him. I've seen it in a handful of duels, tournaments. So hopefully the coaching staff maybe made some adjustments. Tell Wank, let's do what we do good and just, be happy with the win.
Dakota Sprunger picks up a first period fall over Glassford of Jay County, and he advances to the finals. And that'll bring up Ogg versus another Loesch. That's on mat number 1. So on mat number 2 with Wink and Titus Loesch. Why don't you keep an eye on that one, and why don't you go ahead and call that one. I look around, see who's coming up as.
Yeah, Wink's in on a shot right now on Loesch. Loesch does a good job sprawling. Looks like they're going to go out of bounds with Loesch in a front headlock position.
Dakota Sprunger's just about ready to put Glassford away with a fall over here. There it is. At number 3, Heritage Max Morella is the junior. 21-13 is wrestling against Parker Barnes, a freshman from Bluffton. Freshman with a 25-3 record. And we talked about how good that young man may or may not be.
Yeah, and we talked about Morales from Heritage before this tournament started. He doesn't necessarily get his due, maybe based off of the schedule they wrestled. But I know last year he was in and out of the semi-state rankings. And he's got a motor. He's going to go 6 minutes hard. This is going to be a tough match for Parker Barnes of Bluffton.
And Loshi turns Wink to his back and had a tight cradle locked up and Saved by the Bell, the old comedy show that used to be on. But Loshi picks up no near fall off that, so he's got a 3-0 lead right now.
And there on mat 3, Morales gets the reversal. He's making it the match 5-4 over Parker Barnes. Parker Barnes comes in ranked in the semi-state, number 10, I believe. And so that'd be a huge win for Morales to pick up. Confidence booster heading into sectional.
Morales is a heck of an athlete for that team. Great baseball player, and in small schools, everybody plays every sport, and he's a good player, football player as well, and one of the better wrestlers that this Heritage team has. And Barnes just stands up right from his back and comes out of a chin drop situation, gets escape. So Barnes is going to tie this thing up at 5-5 now.
Yeah, on mat 2, Loshi's looking for a reversal attempt, kind of fighting off a wrist and a half, looking to come out, the side door, right on the out of bounds line. It's going to be a tight one if they call him out or he lets him continue to wrestle.
Well, Wink was out there in that Merkel or knife throw situation, had control, and then they got a little bit high, and that's the danger of that move. It's either all or nothing.
Yeah, you got to make sure you got that leg and the head and arm locked up, and if you're going to commit to it, you got to commit to it. Not a good spot to hang out because you're just so far out in front.
Loshi gets the escape out of that situation, so he's got a 4-0 lead right now. Barnes picks up an escape on Morales. And on the other mat, Dylan Ogg is wrestling on Eli Loshi. And Ogg, 35-1, picked up his first loss last weekend. So he got beat by the young man from
Cowan. Ashton Goney. And that Cowan kid's having a good year, and it kind of seems like the year of the freshmen and sophomores, kind of taking over a lot of tournaments I've been watching.
Got some good matches going on right here. We'll find a little bit of a break. We'll try and sneak a commercial in here and get some of our sponsors their due, but some good wrestling action here tonight.
On mat 2, Loshi gets the reversal. He's up now 7-0 over Silas Wink of Jay County. And I felt bad for Eli Loshi getting the draw to wrestle Dylan Ogg. I know they both go up to the Indiana RTC through Indiana Tech, the Warrior RTC. So they've seen this match probably a half dozen times throughout the off season, and then you got to wrestle this kid in the semifinals of your conference tournament. So kind of a tough draw for Eli Loshi.
Loshi versus Wank. Loshi's trying to pick up some more near fall, and he's going to give up the escape to Wank, but he's got an 11-1 lead right now. So he's cruising. That's in the third period, early in the third period. And Barnes and Morales, they're sparring down there, and Morales in a nice takedown. Gets a 3-point takedown, and he's going to get close. So that's going to make it an 11-10 match down there. That is a 138-pound match between a couple of a junior and a freshman. I don't know where Benji finds some of these kids, but he gets some of these scrappy kids that come in as freshmen, and they put the work in. I know that, when he had, who was the one he had a couple of years ago that.
He wrestles down at Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank.
He's Nate
Birch.
Birch. He's Nate Bowers' nephew.
Yep.
I know that much.
Yep. Landon Birch was quite the athlete and quite the wrestler for Sprunger. Titus Loshi picks up the, I believe, tech fall over Silas Wank. That'll be a meeting in the finals for Titus Loshi. That'll be a big win for him. Eli Loshi on the other match is down 13-1 to Dylan Ogg. If him and Parker Barnes both drop their matches, that would be a huge match in the consolations for sectional seeding next week, with Barnes having a last-second takedown on duels over Eli Loshi. You want to kind of get that one back. So Loshi's probably cheering on for Morales of Heritage to hold on to the lead. He currently leads 15-9 over Parker Barnes of Bluffton.
Dylan Ogg picks up the tech fall over Eli Loshi. As we watch this last minute 14 seconds of the Morales-Barnes match, and then I'm going to sneak off for a couple commercials. But that match is close 15-9 right now, and Barnes throws a big hip toss, and he has Morales on his back. He had a double underhook just tied up and just threw him in a double arm lock. We can just call that a salto, the front salto. And working on a fall, he's going to pick up 7 off this big move here. That's going to put him in the lead. If he doesn't get the fall, he's got 46 seconds left to go. Morales trying to come off his back as Parker Barnes working on a fall. As he gets back to his base, it's going to be a 4 near fall for him. So that's going to make the score 16-15. Morales trying to stand up into him. He's got 30 seconds to get an escape and tie this thing up. See if Barnes can ride him out here the last 25 seconds. So they're on the edge of the mat. Let's see if Gagline lets him wrestle out there. Morales tries to hit a little arm throw and he go out of bounds. Near the out of bounds line. Jamie's going to let him wrestle out there with the last 16 seconds left to go. Barnes is still in bounds. Ooh, almost locked his hands there. Barnes is trying to keep it 1 foot in bounds. They go out of bounds with 6 seconds left to go, and that might be enough for Barnes to hang on there. That'll be a quality win for the freshman over there. As Barnes is in the top position, Morales hits a little Granby, comes up over top and lands on his back. Gets the fall as Morales just gave up. Let's send it for a couple commercials and back with more wrestling here from the ACAC Conference.
Join the team at Smith Brothers of Bern, where they pride themselves on providing their employees with a family atmosphere. Smith Brothers is currently hiring with a Monday through Friday work week in an air-conditioned environment. Employees are not required to wear uniforms and can listen to music while they work. Starting wages are $17.50 to $21 an hour at the end of their first year with a yearly bonus incentive and a competitive benefit package. Apply online at smithbrothersfurniture.com or in person at Smith Brothers, 356 Monroe Street in Bern. Adams Sports Medicine provides certified athletic trainers at many high school athletic events. These trainers specialize in injury prevention. Dr. Robert Kinney is board certified in physical medicine and rehabilitation as well as sports medicine, while Dr. David Coates is board certified in orthopedic surgery. Both Adams Medical Group physicians will be there to provide non-surgical and surgical care. Visit adamshospital.org or call 1-833-724-DOCS to schedule an appointment.
When you need building materials, you need Arnold Lumber, 425 Winchester Street in Decatur, featuring lumber in a wide choice of sizes, plus doors, windows, roofing, and more. Whether it's a complete new home or remodeling, a new deck or deck repair, a new kitchen or a kitchen update, whether it's an erected or materials-only garage or pole barn package featuring quality metal, free professional designs and estimates. Arnold Lumber provides it all. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Thursday till 4:30 on Friday and 11:30 on Saturday.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School. Rexburg along with Josh Gaskell. And Josh, when you talk about those Adams Sports Medicine trainers, you've been around the South Adams program. You got one of the best down there in Becky. And I know Becky won't tell you how many years she's worked, but, I mean, she's got to be pushing 35, 40 years because she's worked at all 3 of these schools. I mean, she was at Belmont for a long time. Then she went to Adams Central. Now she's at South Adams. And she's been at South Adams for 20 years probably, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's a lovely lady. I had an incident when I was coaching and working out at the school, slipped on the track, and Becky, had a big cut on my eye. Becky looked at me and she says, "Look, I'm going to tell you, like I tell my boys, you need to go get stitches." I was trying to talk her out of it, and she says, "Look, and she's always taking care of, our daughters now as they play sports." Just treating them like a mom and doing a lovely job making sure they're ready for their athletic events.
And I know that all 3 of the schools have fine trainers. I think they kind of let Deanna Myers retire, and then they kind of pulled her back out of retirement. I don't know if Deanna's been able to fully retire yet or not, but Deanna's been at Belmont for a long time. But all 3 schools are very privileged to have those trainers in their organization. Across here on mat number 1, it's Caleb Sibry, and he's wrestling against Riker Dollar of Southern Wells, and that's a 3-2 match with Dollar in the lead. Parker Nash of Bluffton has a 13-1 lead over Carson Mason of Woodland, and Wyatt Mann of South Adams has a 3-0 lead over A.J. Heskett that just went to a 6-1 lead over Heskett. And Heskett, the senior, with 28-4. And Mann, the junior, comes in 21-7, and Mann's having the best of him right now.
Yeah, and Heskett's had the best of Mann and outside of this first period, Heskett's had several wins over Man, and so to be down 6-1, he's kind of dug himself a little bit of a hole.
And I think mat number 2 just finished as Parker Nash gets the win by tech fall, and that was a 150-pound match. Over there on mat number 3, as a man has a single leg picked up on Heskett. Tries to trip him back down to the mat. Tried to tree chop him, didn't work. Trying to go up a jap dump. They're on the edge of the mat. Jamie Gegland's looking on cautiously. Gives one for a technical violation, fleeing the mat for Heskett as the man could not bring him back in. So that's going to make it a 7 to, oh, I'm sorry, it went the other way. It's a 6-2 lead now as Heskett picks up the point. But Mann still in the top position. Mann, the junior, like I said, 21-7. Who are some of the big wins he's had this year?
He had a big win at Norwell on Thursday night. I'd say in the couple of tournaments he placed third at Garrett. He's had a good year. Not seeing a whole lot of ranked opponents, but he's been in about every match. The goal, talking to the coaches, is for him to wrestle 6 minutes. You wrestle 6 minutes, you're pretty tough. The old adage, don't let your mind fail you before your body does. Your mind's the strongest thing. So if you're in it mentally, you can be in it physically.
That 44-pound weight class at sectional is going to be kind of a crapshoot. There's some guys that are pretty good, and they've taken turns beating each other. I know that Will Franzi was in a big match here tonight and had a 9-0 lead against the Carroll guy and got caught and pinned. So
yeah, Will Franzi was leading against, or Wyatt Mann was leading against Will Franzi at the South Adams Belmont duel, and Franzi ends up catching Mann and pins him.
Yeah,
and
Franzi's got a real tough cradle.
Talking to the coaches, that's huge for the sectional. That puts us behind at least one guy. Heskett moving up from 132 pounds to 144. Probably thought he would get a little bit better of a seed. But, if you take a loss to Mann, that puts you now behind 2 guys. Mann's going to want to pull this out and be ahead of at least Heskett when it comes to sectional seeding.
So Jay County picks up a win on mat number 1 over Southern Wells as they've taken that one off the board already. Who was that?
Is that Robinson?
I think it was. That was a 50-pound match, I think.
Oh, Robinson's not in the bracket. That was Seabray, Caleb Seabray of Jay County.
Yep.
Freshman, 12-16 record. Wrestling Riken Dollar, Southern Wells, with a 4-4 record as a sophomore.
So that was at 57. So Seabray advances.
This match on mat 2 is an interesting one. You got Braxton Huff with an 11-14 record. A freshman wrestling Gabe Artizone, is 7-8 record as a sophomore. And this is 2 guys with a losing record, and one of them is going to get to the to the finals.
And somebody's going to score some points for their team that they probably didn't think was going to get many points, but that's a good draw for both those guys.
Yeah.
Mat number 1 is going to be Caper from Southern Wells wrestling against Nathan Plattner of South Adams. We saw a lot of Plattner on the football field this fall.
Yeah, he looked really good this year, and he's still got one more year, only being a junior. I thought he was a senior the whole football season, and someone looked at me in the postseason and said, "Oh, we got him next year. He's only a junior," so that's good.
I know our buddy Grant Mosier tunes into a lot of our matches, and I know he's listening because he texts me, and if I talk bad about him, he texts me during the match. But Grant, a good friend of mine, spent a lot of time during football season texting back and forth, and I texted him during the Notre Dame championship game, and he took one on the chin, but I think he knew that was happening in advance.
Yeah, huge Notre Dame fan.
Well, he's a Notre Dame fan, and he's huge. Is that what you meant?
He's bigger than me, so I won't say anything. On the mat 3, Heskett gets the takedown, makes the match score 5-7 in favor of Manstill with 1 minute and 2 left in the third period.
So that's a close match down there. He's going to give him an escape and put him up on his feet. So with 1 minute 2 to go, it's going to make the score 8-5 now. But anymore, 8-5, that's a takedown away. It used to be You can give a guy an escape and not worry about it, takedown, tying things up, but the three-point takedown makes a huge difference.
Well, and I know, getting into that throw attempt by man, not necessarily smart wrestling, knowing the situation. He gets pinned there by A.J. Heskett with 40 seconds left on the clock. In that situation, you practice it all year long, but you practice it when you get to the postseason. I've got a minute left. I can't give up a takedown, or I've got to get a takedown. And so that one's going to hurt for South Adams because, you practice that nonstop for a minute. Let's be tough on our feet. And man drops the takedown feet to back.
Well, were you listening to Dana and I do the Belmont Carroll match the other night?
Yep.
And Manley's down 14-1, and he hits an over and under. He's got nothing to lose. And he's an aggressive young freshman at 57. Hits a nice over and under and gets the fall on. That was a big swing match. He doesn't win that match, and another match goes the other way. That match goes to Carroll that night.
Yeah, and the hard part is some of these freshmen aren't scared. They get deep in a match, they're going to just wrestle tough. They don't have the maybe seasoning that some of these juniors and seniors have. That they're just going to put their toe on the line. They're going to fight for 6 minutes, and that was a huge win. It was kind of neat to watch and kind of neat to listen. He'll probably remember that one for years to come.
That 57-pound weight class at sectional is just going to be a dogfight because Adams Central's got a guy in there that's just really tough and wrestling well all year. Manley, he's just kind of a wild card in there. And it's like right now, Mav Dubal, the Adams Central 57-pounder we're talking about, he has a takedown working on some near fall there. He's wrestling against Gasparini from Heritage. And we were talking earlier, you said Heritage has a Litchfield kid at 75 that's really good, didn't you say?
Yeah, I believe he comes in with a 30-3 record. He's got a win over West Somerset, who will also be in the field at 175 pounds. And like I said, he's a freshman. He's you're going to see him take the mat here in a little bit, and he looks like a grown man. I'm sure he plays football for him. He could play all three sports, or play a sport a season, and probably be the best one at that sport.
Well, I know that we watch Zeke Litchfield on a football team and the basketball field and the volleyball court. It's usually a 6'6", 6'7" guys don't wrestle for you, so I think he's found his sports.
Yeah.
So Jackson Litchfield is up now on mat number 1, and he's wrestling against Bryson Williams of Southern Wells. And Williams is a big, strong-looking kid at 75 for the Raiders as well.
Yeah. Both these, Southern Wells, Heritage, even Woodland, they've got the athletes. So they're getting kids out. Now you just got to, work on getting a full team out because they've got the athletes, the wrestling skills getting there, under some new coaches. They've got some good groundwork to work on.
Well, Litchfield throws a nice, long, high C to a knee pull, gets a takedown on Williams, and now he's in on another double leg on the edge of the mat. So Litchfield's up 3-1 right now, and he picks up a double leg, changes off single to a double, goes Barzagar, catches a half on the way down, textbook, as Litchfield has him tied up, trying to get Williams for the pin here as Tyrone's taking a look, and he's right on the edge of the mat, ties up that far wrist.
Yeah, I know the general is really big on Litchfield. I don't know if he's got some hand in his training or but he was really big on.
You mean heavy hands?
Yep, heavy hands. He said at the beginning of the season, I told everyone to watch out for Litchfield. And, putting up a 30-3 record as a freshman right now, now 31-3. That's pretty good. Eventually you're going to run into him at the semi-state tournament, and he's going to be a handful for someone.
Well, he picked up the first period fall over Williams, so he advances, and that brings up Max Byerly and Artizoni from Jay County on mat number 2. And Jay County, let's see, is it Adams Central? Is that Nussbaum?
We've got we got Nussbaum on mat 1, and we've got Xander Schwartz now taking mat 3 against West Somerset. We missed it earlier, 150 pounds. Braxton Huff, like I said, now a 12-14 record. The freshman for South Adams makes the finals, winning over Gabe Artizone of Jay County, the 7-8 sophomore. So we're going to have a guy in the finals with a losing record, which is, like we said, he probably wasn't thinking he's going to be in the conference finals as a freshman.
So as we look at that bracket at 50, I'm assuming that Sorgen has already had a quick win in his match, as he did. He had a fall over Johnson in 23 seconds. So Brayson advances to the finals. Will take on Huff. And how did that match go during the regular season?
Shortigan won by pin, I believe, pin or tech. I would say Shortigan's the head-on favorite in that weight class this week and probably next week. I know he's got a tough match with Sam Warper. That was a good one to watch. We watched that one in person. Looking like Warper can stand with him on his feet, and that's what you got to do. You get an opening takedown against Shortigan, then you're in a match. Shortigan tough to take down.
You know, you look at that match, and the score of it didn't reflect what the match was, because Sam was in on 2 or 3 really good takedowns and didn't get him, and then he gets taken down with about 10 seconds left to go in a match, and it shows 11-7. It was like that match wasn't close. No, that was a 1-point match until 15 seconds left to go.
I texted a couple people that night. He was probably in, like we said, on 3 or 4 very solid attempts. I think a couple of them went out of bounds. Maybe that he's finishing them if they're in the center of the mat, and so that was a huge one. You know, just to look back as a coaching staff, I'm sure Belmont says, hey, you know, we're going to fine-tune some little things. Maybe you cut the corner here. Maybe you finish this way, and it could be a totally different match.
So Xander Schwartz is fighting off his back as Somerset has a 7-0 lead, and Somerset finishes with a fall. So Somerset advances to the finals, and that is at 75.
Yep. And Xander Schwartz, you know, filling a spot for, Matt Heiser's out. I believe Schwartz is giving up, 15, 20 pounds, just filling a spot for his team. He's wrestled 57, I believe even 44 sometimes this year. And so, tough match for Schwartz, wrestling up a couple weight classes.
So Somerset advances to the finals, and he'll take on Litchfield, as we just saw Litchfield take out Williams. With that, a little bit of break in the action. I'll get some commercials in here. We're back with more wrestling and semifinals here from the Adams Central High School on WZBD YouTube channel.
Finding a reliable, affordable, and professional electrician is difficult these days, but in Adams County, there's a name you can trust, and it's Phil Blakey of Blakey Electric. Serving Decatur and the surrounding communities, Blakey Electric does residential and commercial electrical work, both inside and outside. Give Phil a call today at 724-8049 and tell him about the work you need done on your remodel, new building project, or any other electrical project. Leave it to the experts at Blakey Electric, 724-8049, to take care of all of your electrical needs.
Winter might seem like a strange time to get a coolant flush, but coolant is one of the most important fluids in your vehicle. Without the proper ratio of water to coolant, winter temperatures could cause it to freeze, causing damage to your engine. Hi, I'm Matt Brown, manager of Best One in Monroe. We recommend a coolant flush every 2 years or 30,000 miles. And right now at Best One in Monroe, we are offering $15 off our flush service. Give us a call or visit us at bestoneofmonroe.com for details. Best One, selling tires, serving people.
This is Dustin Cressman of Bixler Insurance. Some commercials make it tempting to buy cheap insurance. Is price really the only thing that's important to you? Bixler Insurance believes cost is important, but asset protection and quality claim service are what you're really paying for. We partner with great companies like Buckeye Insurance Group, striving to have high standards of expertise and professionalism to serve our communities. Give yourself peace of mind. Contact Bixler Insurance today to build a plan that protects your family, farm, or business.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School. Rex Burlon with Josh Gaskell. So we have made our way to the semifinals, seeing what teams are going to put which wrestlers into the finals here. We're up at a couple of these matches are at 175. We got some 215-pounders on the mat right now. Byerly at 165 is wrestling against Artizone from Jay County, has a 9-0 lead in that match. Nussbaum trails Freeze of Bluffton 3-0. He's right in top position in that match with about 3 seconds left to go in the second period.
Well, that's another, tough match. Tavin Freeze for a while was ranked in the semi-state. I believe he still holds the number 9 spot. Another guy in the field, A.J. Myers from Jay County ranked. And so Nussbaum's going to have his hands full. Win here would be huge, and only be down 3-0. You got to be happy with that, and you've got a win opportunity. With the third period still left.
Heritage is Jesus Alejo on mat number 1 is wrestling against Gavin Rumpel. And that's the first time I've seen that young man from the Heritage. He's a good-sized heavyweight.
Yeah, and Rumpel, we've said it all year long covering Adams Central. Rumpel's given up some weight for that 285-pound weight class. But he doesn't give up. His effort's always there. I always think back to him against Tell City, scrapping for 6 minutes. Ultimately, I was going to give him the match that helped AC get to the finals over Tell City for Team State.
As Nussbaum still trails Freeze 3-1 is the score down there now, and that match is in mat number 3. Rumpel comes up on top of the bigger heavyweight from Heritage, gets a takedown, and he got 3 near falls. So there's a 6-pointer for Rumpel out of that scramble. Alejo is up to his feet for an escape, and Byerly working on a tech fall here, 13-1 over his opponent from Jay County. And I think that match.
Nussbaum's in a little bit of a dogfight with 45 seconds left to go. He's taking down Tavin Freeze of Bluffton. He now is ahead in the match, 4-3. That would be a huge win for the freshman, Max Nussbaum, who comes in with a 23-11 record.
Some great action here. I'd like to thank Innovative Concepts Audio and Video for powering this broadcast with computers that they supply to us, along with a temporary long Ethernet cable that lets us hardwire in for great quality here. Innovative Concepts bringing technology to you for over 30 years. Nussbaum just got hit with a stalling. Can he hang on? And he does. Tyrone was going to call the stall. Is he going to get the point? He's not.
Says time ran out. He's going to hit him with 2 stallings.
Bluffton's coaching staff come on and he said, "You called it." And Tyrone says, "Nope, this match is over." So that's a big win there for Nussbaum over Freeze. As Rumpel still riding in top position down there over Vallejo of Heritage. That is a 6-1 score with Rumpel in the lead now. I'd like to thank our fine sponsors, Rebecca Cochran, CPA at 165 North 2nd Street, Decatur. Taxes around the corner. My wife says, "Hey, all of our tax papers in. You need to get this finished." So Rebecca Cochran looks for my taxes here shortly. And also Johnson's Auto Sales on the corner 13th and Adams Street. We can get a quality used car for less. And superfan Lenny Razzo, who threw some money in a pot for us this year. So those are all boosters that help bring wrestling to us on a radio here, along with our other fine sponsors. I'd like to thank Steve Rouse for getting us on the air. We are now on 92.7 FM. We started on YouTube and they brought us across. So we are planning to be on YouTube and 92.7, so whatever works best for you, whether you want to stream it off WZBD.com or run it off YouTube, depending on what your technology skills are. And Josh, I think giving us the ability to have multiple platforms is the more you can let people listen to you, the better off you are.
Yeah, I think it's neat. If you're in a car, you can listen on the radio. However you want. YouTube just helps wrestling get out there a little bit more easy for people that want to tune in and listen to some great wrestling.
Rumpel ends up picking up the win over his opponent from Heritage, so he advances to the finals. And right now on mat number 1, it's Ethan Funk. Hits a nice little monkey roll and takes down Bryce Coy, the junior from Jay County. A.J. Myers, winner by fall down here on mat number 2 over Caden Burkott of Southern Wells, so he advances. Looky there. Look at that. Isn't that a nice shirt? Look at that.
Look at that.
There's a 4-time state champion in our presence. We need
She might be the only 4-time state champ in this building. I will give her that. That's neat.
Just for me. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it, Mallory. I don't know who was crying more at state finals, her or I, but I think we both were shedding some tears. But it's a great accomplishment. And I'll tell you what, if anybody listened to those matches that went on down there, the ISSAA and Dana and I just said it numerous times that the ISWA wanted to make sure that they did it right, and they weren't going to go halfway on anything. And I think the girls' state finals, they put their best foot forward for the first year, and they did a phenomenal job. Dane and I's only complaints is that they kind of ignored every state championship that happened prior to that. The young lady standing next to us was a 4-time state champion in my mind, and they kept talking about it being the first state championship. So Mallory Winter's a 4-time state champion in my book anyway.
Yeah. Not too many times you get to call a 4-timer in your life, and she'll be always a 4-timer when I see her, and I know her dad is very happy of that accomplishment.
And now Ethan Funk working on a fall here against Bryce Coy, as in the last match over there. Alan Ortiz from Jay County, 29-2. He's ranked high in the Fort Wayne semi-state, and that's gonna be a battle. There's some good heavyweights coming into that Jay County sectional.
Yeah, I think Ortiz, being a little bit undersized for heavyweight, what he brings to the table is his athleticism, and so that'll be a clash when you get to sectional and regional and semi-state. Can you use your athleticism against some bigger guys? And it's always fun to watch, a smaller heavyweight compete with some of the bigger guys at heavyweight.
No, I kind of consider Grady Baker as like a middle-sized heavyweight. And about 240, he had a great big win over the 20th ranked guy in the state from Carroll there tonight. And that was just hard-nosed wrestling. I mean, he just was in the right place at the right time, hung around, and gets the points he needs at the end and hangs on for the victory. And that was a huge match, and that helped swing that Belmont match against Carroll.
Yeah, that's a huge win. Kind of peak it at the right time in his wrestling season. And confidence booster going into sectional. You probably maybe see him at semi-state, say I can hang with these guys. I've beat one of these guys. And so that was a nice win for Grady Baker. He looks like he really is peaking at the right time.
He's got a tough match this weekend, as he will have to take on Coleman from Leo again. And Coleman, he wrestled Coleman to a 1-0 match at the NE8 duels, and Coleman gets a takedown with about 15 seconds left to go in the match, make it a 4-0 match. But that was a 1-point match with 15 seconds left to go.
Yeah, and that happened earlier on in the season. You've got probably some teaching points as a coaching staff for Belmont. How can we improve on this? Get to a leg, get an escape, take it to overtime, and just let the chips fall where they may. So Grady Baker looked good and sounded good on Tuesday night when they wrestled Carroll.
Now, both those guys have some state champions in the room working with them. Woods from Leo, who is probably one of the strongest humans I've ever seen in a wrestling uniform, works out with Coleman. And Billy Baker, a state champ from Belmont, is putting some lumps on the head of Grady Baker in the wrestling room as well.
Yeah, so I'm sure Grady's dishing out a couple lumps too. Probably taking some more, but dishing them out too, because he's a big, athletic heavyweight.
Well, I know that my buddy the judge had some footage on his phone that he showed me of Grady Baker getting a takedown on Billy Baker, you thought, and Baker's sitting on his buttocks, and he hits Grady from over and under from his hips and throws Grady across the mat. So I think the old man still got it in him.
Yeah, he's still got it in him.
So as these matches wind down, I'm going to play around the commercials and back with more wrestling here on WZBD YouTube channel and now WZBD 92.7 FM. We'll be back with the next round as they get ready to set up for the consos and finals here on WZBD YouTube channel.
Who wants a complete smile? Or maybe it's just time for a dental cleaning and exam. Visit Dr. Laura Kugelhahn and her gentle, knowledgeable, and caring staff at Complete Smiles, located at 1133 North Main Street in Bluffton, Indiana. Dr. Kugelhahn would like to help you maintain your dental health or transform your smile. Complete Smiles is there to help you. Dr. Kugelhahn is currently accepting new patients. Call 824-3100 today to schedule an appointment.
Why let stains keep you from showing off your smile? This is Dr. Pamela Johnson from Bluffton Dental Clinic. Our office is proud to offer professional-grade whitening technologies to remove years of staining quickly and effectively. From in-office whitening to take-home kits, we can help you decide which system works best for your smile. We'll be happy to schedule a consultation at any of our convenient office locations in Decatur, Berne, Geneva, Bluffton, or Warren.
For over 30 years, Decatur Family Dentistry has been more than just a dental practice. It's a place where you're treated like family. Dr. Ronald Hammond built this practice on the foundations of trust, care, and integrity, and now they're proud to continue that legacy and serve even more patients with the addition of Dr. Forrest Fullenkamp, a Decatur native, and Dr. Julie Fullenkamp. Whether it's a routine cleaning, a smile makeover, or dentures, Decatur Family Dentistry has got you covered, offering comprehensive care for all ages. Experience the exceptional care you deserve. Call today at 724-8410.
DeVos Johnson's Wick Baker in Ainsworth is now DeVos Baker Ainsworth and Razzo. While the name is different, our dedication to serving Adams County and surrounding areas remains the same as when L.C. DeVos began his practice nearly 150 years ago. Our name celebrates the future of our office while honoring the legacy and dedication to clients displayed by our founding member and the 3 generations of DeVos attorneys that followed him. Call Tim Baker, Scott Ainsworth, Luke Ainsworth, or Ann Razzo to experience the same dedicated and knowledgeable service in meeting your legal needs.
Don Myers Plumbing and Heating in Bern is your American Standard home comfort dealer. American Standard has been in business for more than 100 years and welcomes Don Myers Plumbing and Heating of Bern as one of their independent dealers. Don Myers Plumbing and Heating and American Standard will provide your home or business with energy-efficient heating and cooling equipment, saving you money. Don Myers Plumbing, Heating and Cooling at the east edge of Bern on Adams County Road 000, your American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Why lose out to pain? Visit Dr. Carla Grody at Grody Chiropractic, 320 West Monroe Street, Decatur. She's a specialist in the utilization of proven non-force techniques to treat injuries of all kinds requiring professional chiropractic care. Call 724-2510 for an appointment with Dr. Carla Grody. Open Monday through Thursday, closed Friday and Saturday. Grody Chiropractic, 320 West Monroe Street, Decatur.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School. As the first 2 rounds have completed, we've set up the matches for the championship. As we were just looking at the team score, as Adams Central has a lead, but it's not a huge lead, 195.5. To South Adams in second place at 172.5. Jay County close behind with 169.5. Bluffton with 136. Southern Wells with 74. Heritage with 65, and Woodland with 30. So, Josh, what do you think you counted for championship brackets for those guys?
I've got right now South Adams having 8 in the finals, and I believe Adams Central's got 9 or 10. The interesting thing is it's about split. You know, you get up to the 138-pound weight class, and that's when Adams Central takes over. South Adams does have a couple in the finals and the upper weights, but South Adams having a finalist from 106 to 132.
The key is how many of those matchups go head-to-head and where they're going to gain points on each other.
Yeah, and not a lot at the lower weights. Adams Central or South Adams seeing Jay County in the first 2 weight classes and seeing a couple Bluffton kids. The 126-pound weight class is going to be the one that I'll probably watch the closest in the finals. You've got Cale Beer, 26-8 sophomore, wrestling Dakota Sprunger of South Adams, a 24-3 junior. And that match went down to a last-second reversal when they wrestled in the duels. So that could be one that maybe shakes it up as far as the team score.
As they take a break here, I'm going to take a big commercial break so we can go grab a drink, and we'll be back with more wrestling and the finals and consolation matches here on WZBD YouTube channel and 92.7 FM.
Brandon here for Kelly's Decatur Auto Mall. 3 dealerships right here in Decatur. Tom Kelly Chevrolet, Tom Kelly Ford, and Tom Kelly Chrysler Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. With a large new car inventory to meet your needs and wants. We also stock over 100 pre-owned vehicles in a variety of price ranges. All the big city incentives right here in Decatur. We have been here for over 70 years. Free car washes for as long as you own your Tom Kelly vehicle. We also just updated our car wash here in Decatur. Stop in and see us soon. And drive Kelly and drive with confidence.
Expert Transmission on US 224 in Decatur and on US 124 in Bluffton is the place to go for not only transmission help, but also full-service general auto and truck repair. Matt, Corey, and Tyler at Expert Transmission are experienced and ASE-certified mechanics who can diagnose and fix your family or work vehicle. Call Steve or Dustin soon to set up an appointment. Expert Transmission has the best warranty in the business. 5 years and 100,000 miles on a new transmission and can give you a free estimate. Call today at 724-2434 or like Expert Transmission on Facebook.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance.
See Toby, Mark, Kyle, or Barb at Graber Insurance with offices on Highway 27 North in Bern and 623 West Monroe Street in Decatur.
When faced with the difficult task of making arrangements for your loved one, many emotions and questions arise. What would they want me to do if they were here? Where is the money coming from? How much should I spend? Do they want burial or cremation? The staff at Haggard, Hershey, and Zelt Funeral Home can help you navigate these tough questions. Make your wishes known and allow us to make sure that your wishes are carried out. Call Ryan Hershey or Eric Zelt at 260-724-7167 to schedule an appointment today.
If you're thinking of building an addition or remodeling or just starting from scratch and you want to add the beauty of a built-in or freestanding gas fireplace, the folks at Hitzer Fireplace and Patio, 269 East Main Street in Bern, have the expertise and craftsmen to install a gas, coal, or wood fireplace and design staff to help you decide which will serve your needs best. Cozy, warm, fuel-efficient, and mood-setting. Call Hitzer, 589-8536.
Hey athletes, are you looking to take your game to the next level? Look no further than Indiana Physical Therapy. Our expert team of sports performance specialists and personalized training programs will have you running circles around the competition. Injured or hurt on the field? Come see us. Our team of physical therapists are dedicated to helping you get back up to speed. With over 19 locations across Indiana, we can get you better, faster. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Your home is special. It reflects your sense of community. It's your pride and hard work. It's special. Hi, this is Tina from Innovative Concepts, where we have the expertise to design and install cutting-edge sound, lighting, and security to your special place. Stop in at 1421 Manchester Street in Decatur, or give us a call to learn how we can help make your home glow in the evening. Innovative Concepts Audio Video. We bring technology to you.
Do you need repairs done on your farm or grain handling equipment? Maybe you need steps or a railing made, livestock gates, or your wife's favorite chair worked on. Ironclad Metalworks is who you need. They specialize in agribusiness welding and fabricating and have the skills you need to get the job done correctly. From existing equipment repairs to new fabrications, no project is too big or too small. They can do it all. Do you have an idea but can't seem to bring it to life? Stop by and let them help make your ideas a reality. Ironclad Metalworks, located at 620 Bern Street in Bern, or call 525-0471.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School. Rex Brewer along with Josh Gaskell as we're in the SAC as we're getting ready. They're taking a little bit of a break. And Josh, you heard the announcement. Why don't you go ahead and tell the fans what they're actually doing here for this round?
Yeah, with this tournament, you get some quick rounds, and so you got to have that rest in between for the wrestlers. They're going to take a little break here, and then they're going to wrestle the consolation semis technically, so that if you win that consolation semis, you're going to go for third and fourth. If you lose, you're going to go for fifth and sixth. So they're going to wrestle that round next, and then they're going to do a face-off for the finals for the championship mat only, and they're just going to run the tournament from there on out and get everyone out, hopefully at an early time for some of these wrestlers.
Well, I'm going to catch up some of our sponsors here during this time. We probably won't cover play-by-play on those matches, so let's get some of these sponsors out of the way here, and we'll be back with more wrestling here on WZBD YouTube channel.
At Three Rivers Federal Credit Union, we're focused on empowering you to achieve financial wellness by offering the resources and support you need every step of the way. We're equally committed to bettering lives in our region through volunteerism, community funding and partnerships, college scholarships, and more. We give back to the people, places, and ideas that matter most to you. Learn more at threeriversfcu.org. Three Rivers is federally insured by the NCUA.
Krukeberg Auction and Realty is dedicated to providing you with a grand auction experience. Their stellar team has over 100 years of combined involvement in listing and sales. Licensed in Indiana and Ohio, they specialize in auctioning homes, personal property, land, farms, equipment, antiques, and business liquidations. Call Krukeberg Auction and Realty at 724-7402 or stop by 1030 South 13th Street in Decatur and make Krukeberg Auction and Realty your first choice for a grand auction and realty experience.
When it comes to excavating, the name to know is Luganville Excavating. Luganville Excavating can do total site development, dig your basement or pond, put in your septic system, even grade and install your driveway. Call today at 849-0251 or like them on Facebook. Luganville Excavating has 40 years of experience, gives free estimates, and guarantees all of their work. When it comes to the dirty work, Luganville Excavating will get her done. Give Brent a call today.
Does your heating system need a good end-of-the-season tune-up from Masters Heating and Cooling? Now is the time to tune up your heating and cooling system. At Masters, we have technicians that can service most makes and models of furnaces and heat pumps at low-cost seasonal special pricing. Contact Masters Heating and Cooling at 1045 South 11th Street in Decatur. On the web at mastersheatcool.com to schedule your preventative maintenance checkup now.
Miller Land Surveying is one of Northeast Indiana's premier full-service land surveying firms. From lot and boundary surveys to large topographical, commercial, and industrial surveys, Miller Land Surveying can help you with all of your surveying needs. With a seasoned staff, the latest technology, and a drive for perfection, rest assured your project will be done professionally and efficiently completed every time. MLS is proud to support today's broadcast and encourages everyone to get out and support local athletes.
9 miles from Monmouth and 9 miles from Fort Wayne, situated on 27 just south of 469, sits 9 Mile Restaurant, your home for great meals since 1837. Providing home-cooked meals to travelers between Decatur and Fort Wayne for over 180 years, 9 Mile has stood the test of time as an institution on the southern edge of Allen County. With seating on the family side, the bar side, and outdoors, there's always a reason to stop and have a meal. 9 Mile also has a full-service bar and a professional service that can cater your next event or party. The next time you're on your way to or from Fort Wayne, stop in. You've gone the distance. Welcome to 9 Mile.
Pampered Coach is a family-owned, community-minded business dedicated to providing the best sales and service for all your trucking and trailer needs. Pampered Coach on 930 at the edge of New Haven specializes in day cabs and sleepers. They also have a wide selection of new and used trailers. The guys at Pampered Coach offer a full-service department for both trucks and trailers to go along with their outstanding sales department. Visit pctrucks.net or visit Pampered Coach in person on 930 in New Haven. For almost 30 years, Slusher's Jewelry in Van Wert has been a trusted name for high quality and beautiful jewelry, custom designs, and repairs. Family-owned Slusher's Jewelry wants to be your personal jeweler, so visit their store across from Wendy's in Van Wert, on Facebook, or check out their website, slushersjewelry.com, to view their vast online collection of quality jewelry. Slusher's Jewelry in Van Wert, your hometown family-owned jeweler since 1995.
Mercury is hazardous to the environment, and because mercury is used in fluorescent bulbs, CFLs, and other consumer items, you need to know how to handle these products and properly dispose of them. There are many informative websites with details, or you can call the Adams County Solid Waste Management District, or visit www.recycle.in.gov. Help keep mercury from our water and environment. Know what to do, and always dispose of products that contain mercury properly. And keep your water clean.
Timmy Takedown Tree Service on US 224, 3 miles east of Decatur, has firewood for sale. $30 a scoop, $75 for a 6-foot bed, $85 for an 8-foot bed. Timmy Takedown Tree Service can give you a free estimate on removing storm-damaged trees, grinding stumps, or trimming trees. Call 728-9120 and talk with Jake to set up an appointment. Timmy Takedown Tree Service has been in the area's best and most trusted tree service for 50 years. Stop out or call today.
And our commercials have ended, and Josh and I are sitting here gabbing away. But I did take the time to go over and get a picture with probably the most famous wrestler in the gym right now, 4-time state champ Mallory Winter. And she just happens to be wearing a pretty sweet shirt that's got my face on it, so I had to make sure we got that in there. So, Josh, what do you say? We're going to wrestle these consolation wrestleback rounds to see who gets to wrestle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and we'll get those out of the way as we make our way to the finals. The finals have been set, and I'm going to play another round of commercials and be back with a wrap-up of who's wrestling who for the finals and how many each of these teams in the top 3 or 4 places have wrestling the finals. Back with more wrestling here on WZBD YouTube channel.
When you walk out of the cold winter weather, you expect your home to be as warm as it was when you left in the morning. If you're worried about the heat in your home, call Kevin McIntyre. Don't get called for stalling, because once your furnace has gone out, you're already too late. McIntyre Heating and Air Conditioning can install a new furnace to meet your needs, or Kevin can service your existing furnace. A proud member of the Decatur community for decades, Kevin is a trusted repairman and installer of new furnaces. Call McIntyre Heating and Air Conditioning.
For many parents, getting speech therapy for the little one is a stressful task. Many parents aren't quite sure what their child needs or how they can manage the time it takes to get the right treatment. At Three Roads Therapy, they offer in-home pediatric speech therapy services for residents of Adams and Wells counties. They serve children and their families with individualized treatment plans using evidence-based practices. In-home speech therapy with Three Roads offers not only convenience for your busy life, but also an affordable and appropriate treatment plan for your child. Visit Three Roads Therapy LLC on Facebook and find out how Chelsea and Lauren can help you help your child with their communication needs. Ahead of the Curb Driving Academy is committed to providing high-quality driver's education to students in Adams, Wells, Allen, and Huntington counties. We're pleased to offer the online and traditional classrooms, as well as behind-the-wheel training and driving skills tests. Our instructors have a wealth of experience and are very patient during the lessons. Their office is located in Decatur, but we have instructors who drive in Decatur, Bluffton, and Heritage High School. Taking driver's training allows you to get your permit when you're 15, your license when you're 16 and 90 days old, and a nice discount on your car insurance. Let us help you navigate your way to your driver's license.
Hi, this is Jennifer from Manly Meats. Did you know that Manly's offers specials throughout the week? On Monday and Tuesday, we have our 10% discount on convenient prepackaged frozen beef and pork. Wednesday is Senior Citizen Discount Day. Thursday afternoon offers our hot off the grill specials, and every day is Military Discount Day. Savings and enjoyment on the finest cuts of meat is a great reason to shop at Manly Meats. Just 5 minutes east of Monroe off Highway 124. See you soon.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School. We're in ACAC, the Student Athletic Center, as they call it here, as Josh Gaskell along with Rex Brewer. As we take a look at these brackets here, starting off at 106 pounds, it's Jay County versus South Adams in the finals, as it's Lothridge versus Sprunger. And we talked about that draw being kind of scrambled around, and Lothridge ends up the 1 seed, and he comes out in the finals.
Yeah, you have the 1 and 2 seed. Surviving what is a tough 106-pound weight class, and the seeds hold true at that weight class.
At 113 pounds, as I get back to my bracket here. What happened? I jumped off clear out of track wrestling. 113 pounds, it's Griffin Byram, as he is wrestling in the finals against Max Adams of South Adams. So that's another Jay County South Adams in the finals. What do you think of that matchup, Josh?
Byron's probably the favorite in that matchup. I know, talking to the coaching staff of South Adams, they've seen some things as the season's progressed in Max Adams, and they've had some close matches with Byron. You know, that second period, and then Byron normally gets the fall in the third. And so the freshman Max Adams is going to look to maybe right some of the wrongs that has happened so far this season, and maybe punch his ticket with a ACAC title, and that'll help Matt Sectional over a common opponent in that field.
At 120 pounds, Bluffton gets their first contestant into the finals, and that is Levi Johns. And Johns has cruised his way to the finals with a 26-second fall and then a tech fall in just 2 minutes and 7 seconds, 17-0. He's going to wrestle against Titus Loshi from South Adams, as Loshi makes it to the finals against Wank from Jay County.
Yeah, and that'll be probably a champ for Bluffton. Levi Johns, as it comes to high school wrestling and even cross country, he's just he's been the pinnacle for around this area of making the state tournament. So that's going to be a tough match for Titus Loshi of South Adams.
So when we get to 126 pounds, it's Cale Beer of Adams Central, as he's going to wrestle against Dakota Sprunger. So there's an AC South Adams matchup to see who's going to help advance their team to the championship here today.
Yeah, and that'll, like I said earlier on the broadcast, that's going to be a match you're going to want to follow along. Earlier in the season, Beer comes on top with a last-second reversal to beat Sprunger 5-4. Both those guys also come in highly ranked in the semi-state and have been in and out of the state rankings at that weight class. I believe it's a 5-4 ranked in the semi-state, and that's happening in your conference tournament.
132 pounds, it's Frauerger from Southern Wells making the finals. The first Southern Wells Raider that's made to the finals. He's going to wrestle against South Adams' Will Patterson. So Patterson comes into finals with a little bit chance to make up some ground for the Starfires on AC.
Yeah, that's another match South Adams is going to want to get. They just saw each other at the Garrett Invitational last weekend. Like I said, both guys had each other on their backs for a 4 count. So, Frauger's probably the favorite in that one, but when you have a guy on their back, as Patterson did, you're not totally an underdog. You scored some points on a tough competition.
138 pounds is Dylan Ogg of Adams Central making the finals. He's going to wrestle that good-looking freshman Parker Barnes from Bluffton, as Barnes is a winner by fall with a minute left to go, as he hit a big throw on Morales, and Morales just kind of cashed it in at the end. But that looks like a good match between Ogg and Barnes.
Yeah, 2 underclassmen. That's looking to write their story as it goes into sectional.
At 144 pounds, Bluffton puts another young man in the finals. It's Nash, as he will wrestle against A.J. Heskett. Heskett took out Mann with a fall in 5:20, and Heskett was a Tech Fall winner 17-1 over Mason of Woodlands. So in the finals, it's Nash versus Heskett at 144.
Yeah, that Parker Nash for Bluffton was out a little bit of the season. He's back this week, and he looks like he's kept going where he left off, picking up some nice wins.
At 150 pounds, it's Brayson Sorgen, as he makes the finals for the Adams Central Jets. And there's another AC South Adams matchup in Braxton Huff. Huff was a winner over Artizone from Jay County by the final score of 9-0. As Sorgen makes his way to the finals with a fall in just 23 seconds. So Sorgen hasn't even got warmed up yet.
Yeah, and that's the tough part about this tournament. I'm sure he's going to be fine in the finals. Shortigan, the heavy-on favorite at that weight class.
You don't think he needs to get warmed up much?
No, he'll warm up, I'm sure. I'm sure Tony will make him, but he could wrestle that match cold and still probably do pretty good.
Another AC guy makes it to the finals at 157. It's Mav Dubois, and he's going to wrestle against Sibre of Jay County, as Dubois was a winner by fall at 218 over Gasparini of Heritage, and Sibre was a winner over Dollar of Southern Wells by a fall in 517. So there's another AC guy in the finals, but Jay County trying to make some ground on him there. At 165, it'll be Byerly of Adams Central on the top half of the bracket, the number 1 seed, and he was a winner by Tech Fall 16-1 over Artizone of Jay County. And Nathan Plattner is a winner by fall in 229 over Caper of Southern Wells.
And that's another AC South Adams matchup. Earlier in the year, that went in favor of Adams Central on a last-second reversal as well, and Byerly came ahead on that one.
We saw Byerly pull some out at the tail end. Nearly, I think he pulled one out in that North Miami match in a big kind of flurry at the end.
Yeah, he looks to be peaking at that 165-pound weight class just at the right time.
There's a Heritage guy in the finals at 175, the young man that we talked a lot about, Mr. Litchfield, Jackson at Litchfield, as he has made the finals at 175, and he's going to take on Somerset from South Adams. Somerset is winner by fall in 114 over Schwartz of AC, and as Litchfield's a fall in 56 seconds over Williams of Southern Wells.
Yeah, and that's another match. Just 2 athletes that are getting ready to go at it. Both underclassmen, both very talented. Litchfield came ahead in that one earlier in the season, but that was a tough one for South Adams. They had just come off a football season, only having a couple weeks of practice, and Litchfield got the best of Somerset in that matchup.
At 190, it's A.J. Myers of Jay County who's going to wrestle against Max Nussbaum of Adams Central. There's another AC guy in the finals taking on a tough A.J. Myers, who was a winner by fall over Burkott of Southern Wells.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see how A.J. does in the finals. He only has 19 matches now to his season so far, so hasn't had the amount of matches that Max Nussbaum has. Max comes in with a 23-11 record, just more matches under his belt, but A.J. Myers is a tough opponent. He knows wrestling.
At 215, Bluffton gets another guy in the finals, and the number 1 seed in Jake Boots. And Boots will be wrestling against Ethan Funk of AC in the bottom half of the bracket. So there's a Bluffton versus AC matchup at 215.
Yeah, and that'll be another good weight class. Funk's kind of playing with house money. You know, talked him into coming to wrestling, and he's had a good year for a junior as far as the wrestling season's gone.
At heavyweight, it's Alan Ortiz, the number 1 seed at heavyweight, and he's going to wrestle against Gavin Rumpel. Rumpel had a nice win over Vallejo as he wins to advance into the finals, take on a very highly ranked Ortiz from Jay County.
Yeah, another good match.
With that, go ahead.
I was going to share a quick stat. Coach from South Adams and Joe Caprino, as we're reading through these brackets, some of you guys might be following along and saying, man, this is seems like a kind of a softer or easier conference. Dating back to the 1960s, this conference has only had 14 four-time champs. I'll read them off real quick. For Adams Central, you've got Troy Rowe, Andy Birch, Jim Marbaugh, Joe Hurst, Anthony Mosier, Logan Macklin, Trevor Curry, and then Bluffton's got a handful as Dan Sprunger, Landon Birch, and then Jay County with Mason Winter, Cody Rouse, Tony Wood, Leo, who used to be in the conference, had Kyle Hardley, and then South Adams with 1 four-time champ and Herb Bergman. So this tournament does have some weak spots, but it's hard to continue to win this tournament. Each year, guys shift weights, and it gets tougher and tougher. So we'll have to see in the finals if we can get some more guys that have won it 1 year already. Some of these freshmen, sophomores, can they write their history and be a 4-time conference champ?
So we've talked about some pretty quality matchups that are going to happen in these finals right now. We look and we're at 132 on one of the console matches, 157, 165. So that gives us a chance to play another round of commercials for our fine sponsors. We're back with more wrestling and the finals right here on WZBD YouTube channel.
Wygant Construction in Fort Wayne is committed to providing quality, value-based construction services, and that commitment begins with our employees. We strive to anticipate and exceed clients' expectations, honor our commitments, and provide for the communities in which we live. If this sounds like the place where you'd like to work, visit our website at Wygant Construction to see our open positions and fill out an application. We want you on our team. Wygant Construction. Trust, well built.
Soul Pig Barbecue on 2nd Street in Decatur, across from the courthouse, features traditional and not so traditional barbecue, brisket, smoked meats, pulled pork, wings, burgers, soul food, steaks, fish, seafood, and a full bar service. Bring the spouse and the young ones to Soul Pig and enjoy the family side or dine on the bar side. Large portions ensure no one will go home hungry after a Soul Pig meal. Follow Soul Pig on Facebook for the daily, weekend, and entertainment specials.
Sports season, movies, or your favorite new TV show. Hi, this is Tina, and I want to introduce you to the season's biggest new must-see TV, 100-inch television for under $4,000. Smart Google LED panel TV, only available at selected authorized dealers. Imagine watching your favorite team on lifelike spectacular television. This is more than a TV, it's entertainment as you have never experienced. Stop in to view a new era in television at Innovative Concepts Audio Video, 1421 Manchester Street in Decatur. We bring technology to you.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Hey, do you know when and where we can recycle in Adams County?
Well, I know you can recycle from 8 to 4 weekdays and Saturday 8 to noon at the transfer station next to Golden Meadows.
Okay, where else?
In Decatur, behind D&D Marathon on the east side of town on Thursdays. Mondays at Simon Manufacturing, 27 South in Bern. And in Monroe on the third Tuesday at the fairgrounds. Plus, you can always get the latest info at adamscountyswmd.com.
Thanks.
Throwing a party? Call Adams County Tent and Party Rental to make it a very special occasion. Adams County Tent and Party Rental has delivery on tents, tables, chairs, linens, and bounce houses for weddings, birthday parties, graduations, retirement luncheons, and business meetings. No event is too big or too small for Adams County Tent and Party Rental. Call Landon at 223-2040 or like them on Facebook. Looking for summer work? Give Adams County Tent and Party Rental a call today.
Get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. The BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. The versatile lineup is built to help you make the most of your land. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for $0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, or save up to $600. Now through February 16th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit Off-Roader Equipment Sales, US 27 in Bern, Indiana, State Route 364 in Minster, Ohio, or online at offroaderequip.com.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School to the SAC. Rex Burr along with Josh Gaskell as we are making our way through this consolation wrestle back round to see who gets to wrestle back for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Our champions are waiting in the wings. We just ran through the brackets to see who we're going to have out there. And Josh, there's a couple of close matches in there. I don't know if there's enough head-to-heads with Adams Central and South Adams to make up enough ground on it, but right now Adams Central with about a 20-point lead over the Starfires.
Yeah, and I think the Starfires probably know that. Not having, you're giving up points at 190, 215, and heavy. And so they're coming in with not as many guys. And so, they'd have to pick up some big wins in the finals, a lot of the head-to-heads, and then get a lot of champs. I think if I were to talk to the coaches, they want to win the matches that are going to help them at sectional. 126, that's a big one. A couple other weights, 175, you get a guy that's a conference champ and improves his record in West Somerset. That could easily help him in a sectional seating meeting with Matt Heiser not wrestling tonight. And so, ultimately you want to set yourself, you want to be a conference champ too, but you want to set yourself up for a deep postseason run to make it to semi-state and ultimately state.
Keep in mind that Jay County and Bluffton both have a couple of young men into the finals, and Heritage with Litchfield at 75, that's the favorite there as well. So some good matches coming up here in the finals as we make our way through. They're up to the heavyweight match on one of these matches here, so they'll probably have some time, a little break in there for the face-offs, and they're going to run the consolations first, then the finals with the face-off?
They're going to run them all on all 3 mats. They're going to break for the face-off, get the wrestlers set, and then I was told they're going to run all the matches at the same time. They're not going to hold new weights from what I was told, which will make the night go a little smoother. But they will have a break for the face-off and give the credentials of the wrestlers and how they've made it to this point in their season and their career, and kind of highlight those guys that are in the finals.
Josh and I talked about this a little bit off air. Mallory Winter up here getting her picture taken with me and in her Hager Hershey's High School Wrestling Weekly shirt. And they are getting ready to head to Indianapolis tomorrow. They're wrestling down at Fishers High School for the girls team dual state championship. At Jay County with a quality team. They took 5 girls to the state finals and had a real good tournament. But that's going to be a real battle down there, and I'm going to be keeping my eye on that when I'm at the NE8 conference tournament tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's neat. For Mallory Winter to come and watch the boys tournament, you don't very get to say that very often. But I'm sure the boys love to see her come into this gym, take time out of her schedule, when she's getting ready to go down to Fishers, to cheer them on. Probably gives them a little boost and say, hey, that's pretty neat that she took the time out when she's got a competition tomorrow. So kind of a neat opportunity to see that.
Now, if you've ever been in Jay County's wrestling room area, they had kind of like 2 smaller wrestling rooms, and they just kind of used one like an overflow, and it worked out great when their girls team started coming on and getting stronger. The girls have their own wrestling room. There's a doorway between them. They'll pull coaches back and forth between them, but they have their own setup, and they have a full coaching staff for just the girls, and their wrestling room is split. They have their own wrestling room, and it's something that Coach Myers has really took on and embraced.
Yeah, and it's kind of neat for the whole state to embrace it. You guys are at the girls state tournament, and it's taken off like a wildfire, and that's a good thing to happen. I've heard even South Adams, one of the coaching staff said, hey, we've got girls that are interested. They said, let's start in the summer. You get the girls there, we'll start setting up a schedule. And so Jason Arnold might have his hands full there. We're getting the girls teams going, and they sound like they've got some interest, which is neat. Like I said, it's kind of spreading around. Girls are excited for it, and as a wrestling fan, I'm excited for it. It just means more wrestling to watch and more opportunities for girls to be in this sport.
Let's get another round of commercials in here while these last couple of matches finish up when we get to the championship and the consolations right here on WZBD YouTube channel.
Renowned around the Midwest for his skills and his creative abilities, Nate Bowers and the team at Bowers Paint Studio in Decatur work with a wide range of clients, from collision repair to custom paint jobs for classic cars and motorcycles. Located on Monroe Street on the west side of Decatur, Bowers is your place for body work too, whether it's getting your ride back on the road or finally getting that classic car, the paint job you've always wanted. Stop by or give Nate a call to put the best in the business to work for you. Adams Sports Medicine provides certified athletic trainers at many high school athletic events. These trainers specialize in injury prevention. Dr. Robert Kinney is board certified in physical medicine and rehabilitation as well as sports medicine, while Dr. David Coates is board certified in orthopedic surgery. Both Adams Medical Group physicians will be there to provide non-surgical and surgical care. Visit adamshospital.org or call 1-833-724-DOCS to schedule an appointment.
When you need building materials, you need Arnold Lumber, 425 Winchester Street in Decatur, featuring lumber in a wide choice of sizes, plus doors, windows, roofing, and more. Whether it's a complete new home or remodeling, a new deck or deck repair, a new kitchen or a kitchen update, whether it's an erected or materials-only garage or pole barn package featuring quality metal, free professional designs and estimates. Arnold Lumber provides it all. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Thursday till 4:30 on Friday and 11:30 on Saturday.
Join the team at Smith Brothers of Bern, where they pride themselves on providing their employees with a family atmosphere. Smith Brothers is currently hiring with a Monday through Friday work week in an air-conditioned environment. Employees are not required to wear uniforms and can listen to music while they work. Starting wages are $17.50 to $21 an hour at the end of their first year, with a yearly bonus incentive and a competitive benefit package. Apply online at smithbrothersfurniture.com or in person at Smith Brothers, 356 Monroe Street in Bern.
Winter might seem like a strange time to get a coolant flush, but coolant is one of the most important fluids in your vehicle. Without the proper ratio of water to coolant, winter temperatures could cause it to freeze, causing damage to your engine. Hi, I'm Matt Brown, manager of Best One in Monroe. We recommend a coolant flush every 2 years or 30,000 miles. And right now at Best One in Monroe, we are offering $15 off our flush service. Give us a call or visit us at bestoneofmonroe.com for details. Best One, selling tires, serving people.
This is Dustin Cressman of Bixler Insurance. Some commercials make it tempting to buy cheap insurance. Is price really the only thing that's important to you? Bixler Insurance believes cost is important, but asset protection and quality claim service are what you're really paying for. We partner with great companies like Buckeye Insurance Group, striving to have high standards of expertise and professionalism to serve our communities. Give yourself peace of mind. Contact Bixler Insurance today to build a plan that protects your family, farm, or business.
Finding a reliable, affordable, and professional electrician is difficult these days, but in Adams County, there's a name you can trust, and it's Phil Blakey of Blakey Electric. Serving Decatur and the surrounding communities, Blakey Electric does residential and commercial electrical work, both inside and outside. Give Phil a call today at 724-8049 and tell him about the work you need done on your remodel, new building project, or any other electrical project. Leave it to the experts at Blakey Electric, 724-8049, to take care of all of your electrical needs.
DeVos Johnson Zwick Baker and Ainsworth is now DeVos Baker Ainsworth and Razzo. While the name is different, our dedication to serving Adams County and surrounding areas remains the same as when L.C. DeVos began his practice nearly 150 years ago. Our name celebrates the future of our office while honoring the legacy and dedication to clients displayed by our founding member and the 3 generations of DeVos attorneys that followed him. Call Tim Baker, Scott Ainsworth, Luke Ainsworth, or Ann Razzo to experience the same dedicated and knowledgeable service in meeting your legal needs.
Growing since the day they opened in 1998 and committed to building lasting customer partnerships, Classic Dye Services is a proud member of the community in southern Allen County. A leader in wire dye production, Classic Dye Services is a proud supporter of high school athletics and wants to wish the teams good luck at today's sectional. Jim Hoffman and Ben Wally urge you to support your local team, and they hope that you visit Hoagland Days in June. Classic Dye Services, New Haven, Indiana.
DDD Maintenance and Repair, owned and operated by Shane Reynolds, has your local professionals for heavy-duty truck and diesel engine repair. DDD Maintenance and Repair also offers full-service sand and glass blasting for your surface restoration projects. Whether it's getting your heavy-duty truck and diesel engine running like new or sandblasting your project to look like new, we have a blast renewing the past. Give Shane and the guys a call at 260-223-5442. That's DDD Maintenance and Repair.
Why let stains keep you from showing off your smile? This is Dr. Pamela Johnson from Bluffton Dental Clinic. Our office is proud to offer professional-grade whitening technologies to remove years of staining quickly and effectively. From in-office whitening to take-home kits, we can help you decide which system works best for your smile. We'll be happy to schedule a consultation at any of our convenient office locations in Decatur, Bern, Geneva, Bluffton, or Warren.
For over 30 years, Decatur Family Dentistry has been more than just a dental practice. It's a place where you're treated like family. Dr. Ronald Hammond built this practice on the foundations of trust, care, and integrity, and now they're proud to continue that legacy and serve even more patients with the addition of Dr. Forrest Fullenkamp, a Decatur native, and Dr. Julie Fullenkamp. Whether it's a routine cleaning, a smile makeover, or dentures, Decatur Family Dentistry has got you covered, offering comprehensive care for all ages. Experience the exceptional care you deserve. Call today at 724-8410.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School. It's a SAC as we have some of these final matches getting ready to wrap up here. We will take a little bit of a break as they get things lined up, and they will have a face-off for the championship matches. As right now on the mat, let's see who is wrestling as we wrap things up. Just 2 matches left as Ian James, a freshman from Southern Wells, is wrestling against Vallejo of Heritage, and Vallejo from Heritage. Let's see. That match finished? I think it did. We just did see Watson of Heritage win over Jay County's Artisan as Woodland gets a guy. That's Heritage? Woodland. I got my mats mixed up here, Josh. I'm sorry. But they're all done now, so we're going to take a little bit of a break here as we get ready to...
As the team scores started separating a little bit.
Let's go to that score here.
With the consolations getting underway. South Adams not having the matches go their way in the consolations, and then when you're already in the finals, your second place points are already awarded.
Well, looky right there. Jay County made up some ground in the console matches as Jay County has taken a half-point lead over Adams Central, 216.5 to 216, but they've gained those advancement points, so all they can make up now in their console matches is pin points or bonus points for tech fall or major decisions. As they start to play some music here, let's get off to some more commercials of our own, and we'll finish off our commercials. So when we come back, we won't have to run commercials during the championship bracket. You listen to High School Wrestling on WZBD YouTube channel.
Krukeberg Auction and Realty is dedicated to providing you with a grand auction experience. Their stellar team has over 100 years of combined involvement in listing and sales. Licensed in Indiana and Ohio, they specialize in auctioning homes, personal property, land, farms, equipment, antiques, and business liquidations. Call Krukeberg Auction and Realty at 724-7402 or stop by 1030 South 13th Street in Decatur and make Krukeberg Auction and Realty your first choice for a grand auction and realty experience.
When faced with the difficult task of making arrangements for your loved one, many emotions and questions arise. What would they want me to do if they were here? Where is the money coming from? How much should I spend? Do they want burial or cremation? The staff at Haggard, Hershey, and Zelt Funeral Home can help you navigate these tough questions. Make your wishes known and allow us to make sure that your wishes are carried out. Call Ryan Hershey or Eric Zelt at 260-724-7167 to schedule an appointment today.
If you're thinking of building an addition or remodeling or just starting from scratch and you want to add the beauty of a built-in or freestanding gas fireplace, the folks at Hitzer Fireplace and Patio, 269 East Main Street in Bern, have the expertise and craftsmen to install a gas, coal, or wood fireplace and design staff to help you decide which will serve your needs best. Cozy, warm, fuel-efficient, and mood-setting. Call Hitzer, 589-8536.
Hey athletes, are you looking to take your game to the next level? Look no further than Indiana Physical Therapy. Our expert team of sports performance specialists and personalized training programs will have you running circles around the competition. Injured or hurt on the field? Come see us. Our team of physical therapists are dedicated to helping you get back up to speed. With over 19 locations across Indiana, we can get you better, faster. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Your home is special. It reflects your sense of community. It's your pride and hard work. It's special. Hi, this is Tina from Innovative Concepts, where we have the expertise to design and install cutting-edge sound, lighting, and security to your special place. Stop in at 1421 Manchester Street in Decatur, or give us a call to learn how we can help make your home glow in the evening. Innovative Concepts Audio Video. We bring technology to you.
Do you need repairs done on your farm or grain handling equipment? Maybe you need steps or a railing made, livestock gates, or your wife's favorite chair worked on. Ironclad Metalworks is who you need. They specialize in agribusiness welding and fabricating and have the skills you need to get the job done correctly. From existing equipment repairs to new fabrications, no project is too big or too small. They can do it all. Do you have an idea but can't seem to bring it to life? Stop by and let them help make your ideas a reality. Ironclad Metalworks, located at 620 Burn Street in Bern, or call 525-0471.
Brandon here for Kelly's Decatur Auto Mall. 3 dealerships right here in Decatur. Tom Kelly Chevrolet, Tom Kelly Ford, and Tom Kelly Chrysler Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. With a large new car inventory to meet your needs and wants. We also stock over 100 pre-owned vehicles in a variety of price ranges. All the big city incentives right here in Decatur. We have been here for over 70 years. Free car washes for as long as you own your Tom Kelly vehicle. We also just updated our car wash here in Decatur. Stop in and see us soon. And drive Kelly and drive with confidence.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School. Along with our other fine sponsors that have recorded advertisements, I'd like to thank Johnson's Auto Sales at the corner of 13th and Adams Street, Decatur, where you buy a quality used car for less. Rebecca Cochran, CPA at 165 North 2nd Street, Decatur, for all your accounting and tax needs. And then our super fan, Lenny Razzo, has no affiliation other than the fact that he just likes to support wrestling. So with that, let's play another round of commercials. They're still in their break before they set things up for the championship brackets here. Back with more wrestling from Adams Central High School in the ACAC tournament on WZBD YouTube channel.
At Three Rivers Federal Credit Union, we're focused on empowering you to achieve financial wellness by offering the resources and support you need every step of the way. We're equally committed to bettering lives in our region through volunteerism, community funding and partnerships, college scholarships, and more. We give back to the people, places, and ideas that matter most to you. Learn more at threeriversfcu.org. Three Rivers is federally insured by the NCUA.
When it comes to excavating, the name to know is Luganville Excavating. Luganville Excavating can do total site development, dig your basement or pond, put in your septic system, even grade and install your driveway. Call today at 849-0251 or like them on Facebook. Luganville Excavating has 40 years of experience, gives free estimates, and guarantees all of their work. When it comes to the dirty work, Luganville Excavating will get her done. Give Brent a call today.
Does your heating system need a good end-of-the-season tune-up from Masters Heating and Cooling? Now is the time to tune up your heating and cooling system. At Masters, we have technicians that can service most makes and models of furnaces and heat pumps at low-cost seasonal special pricing. Contact Masters Heating and Cooling at 1045 South 11th Street in Decatur. On the web at mastersheatcool.com to schedule your preventative maintenance checkup now.
Miller Land Surveying is one of Northeast Indiana's premier full-service land surveying firms. From lot and boundary surveys to large topographical, commercial, and industrial surveys, Miller Land Surveying can help you with all of your surveying needs. With a seasoned staff, the latest technology, and a drive for perfection, rest assured your project will be done professionally and efficiently completed every time. MLS is proud to support today's broadcast and encourages everyone to get out and support local athletes.
9 miles from Monmouth and 9 miles from Fort Wayne, situated on 27 just south of 469, sits 9 Mile Restaurant, your home for great meals since 1837. Providing home-cooked meals to travelers between Decatur and Fort Wayne for over 180 years, 9 Mile has stood the test of time as an institution on the southern edge of Allen County. With seating on the family side, the bar side, and outdoors, there's always a reason to stop and have a meal. 9 Mile also has a full-service bar and a professional service that can cater your next event or party. The next time you're on your way to or from Fort Wayne, stop in. If you've gone the distance, welcome to 9 Mile.
Pampered Coach is a family-owned, community-minded business dedicated to providing the best sales and service for all your trucking and trailer needs. Pampered Coach on 930 at the edge of New Haven specializes in day cabs and sleepers. They also have a wide selection of new and used trailers. The guys at Pampered Coach offer a full-service department for both trucks and trailers to go along with their outstanding sales department. Visit pctrucks.net or visit Pampered Coach in person on 930 in New Haven. For almost 30 years, Slusher's Jewelry in Van Wert has been a trusted name for high quality and beautiful jewelry, custom designs, and repairs. Family-owned Slusher's Jewelry wants to be your personal jeweler, so visit their store across from Wendy's in Van Wert, on Facebook, or check out their website, slushersjewelry.com, to view their vast online collection of quality jewelry. Slusher's Jewelry in Van Wert, your hometown family-owned jeweler since 1995.
Mercury is hazardous to the environment, and because mercury is used in fluorescent bulbs, CFLs, and other consumer items, you need to know how to handle these products and properly dispose of them. There are many informative websites with details, or you can call the Adams County Solid Waste Management District, or visit www.recycle.in.gov. Help keep mercury from our water and environment. Know what to do, and always dispose of products that contain mercury properly. And keep your water clean.
Timmy Takedown Tree Service on US 224, 3 miles east of Decatur, has firewood for sale. $30 a scoop, $75 for a 6-foot bed, $85 for an 8-foot bed. Timmy Takedown Tree Service can give you a free estimate on removing storm-damaged trees, grinding stumps, or trimming trees. Call 728-9120 and talk with Jake to set up an appointment. Timmy Takedown Tree Service has been in the area's best and most trusted tree service for 50 years. Stop out or call today.
Soul Pig Barbecue on 2nd Street in Decatur, across from the courthouse, features traditional and not-so-traditional barbecue, brisket, smoked meats, pulled pork, wings, burgers, soul food, steaks, fish, seafood, and a full bar service. Bring the spouse and the young ones to Soul Pig and enjoy the family side or dine on the bar side. Large portions ensure no one will go home hungry after a Soul Pig meal. Follow Soul Pig on Facebook for the daily, weekend, and entertainment specials.
For many parents, getting speech therapy for the little one is a stressful task. Many parents aren't quite sure what their child needs or how they can manage the time it takes to get the right treatment. At 3 Roads Therapy, they offer in-home pediatric speech therapy services for residents of Adams and Wells counties. They serve children and their families with individualized treatment plans using evidence-based practices. In-home speech therapy with 3 Roads offers not only convenience for your busy life, but also an affordable and appropriate treatment plan for your child. Visit 3 Roads Therapy LLC on Facebook and find out how Chelsea and Lauren can help you help your child with their communication needs. Ahead of the Curb Driving Academy is committed to providing high-quality driver's education to students in Adams, Wells, Allen, and Huntington counties. We're pleased to offer the online and traditional classrooms, as well as behind-the-wheel training and driving skills tests. Our instructors have a wealth of experience and are very patient during the lessons. Their office is located in Decatur, but we have instructors who drive in Decatur, Bluffton, and Heritage High School. Taking driver's training allows you to get your permit when you're 15, your license when you're 16 and 90 days old, and a nice discount on your car insurance. Let us help you navigate your way to your driver's license.
Hi, this is Jennifer from Manly Meats. Did you know that Manly's offers specials throughout the week? On Monday and Tuesday, we have our 10% discount on convenient prepackaged frozen beef and pork. Wednesday is Senior Citizen Discount Day. Thursday afternoon offers our hot off the grill specials, and every day is Military Discount Day. Savings and enjoyment on the finest cuts of meat is a great reason to shop at Manly Meats, just 5 minutes east of Monroe off Highway 124. See you soon.
When you walk out of the cold winter weather, you expect your home to be as warm as it was when you left in the morning. If you're worried about the heat in your home, call Kevin McIntyre. Don't get called for stalling, because once your furnace has gone out, you're already too late. McIntyre Heating and Air Conditioning can install a new furnace to meet your needs, or Kevin can service your existing furnace. A proud member of the Decatur community for decades, Kevin is a trusted repairman and installer of new furnaces. Call McIntyre Heating and Air Conditioning.
Welcome back to the Adams Central SAC, the SAC, where they are holding the ACAC tournament. They have 3 mats down on the floor, and they're going to wrestle championship and all of the consolation matches at the same time. They have the champions lined up to face off against each other on mat number 1. They're going to wrestle mat number 1 and number 2.
On the brochure, it says mat number 2.
I think they've changed their mind.
They might have changed their mind just for maybe the fans and the score table. It's a little bit better for mat number 1.
And the broadcasters.
And the broadcasters.
Yeah, I went down and talked to them and said, you need to move over there. And they took my word for it, you think?
You got some pull here in Adams Central.
I got nothing. I got nothing, honey. Your good friend Nathan Wynn over there, standing in the corner, waiting to go. One of the assistant coaches here, and I heard him on one of the Bolenbacher Associates commercials.
Yeah. He told me he originally was supposed to say maybe a tackle and a bucket, and he's like, I'm going to change it. I'm going to say a takedown and a tackle. He said, I'm going to get some wrestling in there. So he's excited to be on that commercial.
Big fan of the High School Wrestling Weekly show as he makes it out on a regular occasion to sit in the audience.
I'll give a slight plug. Supposedly he's making an entrance on Sunday. He's going to try to give some insight to the sectional bracket for the Jay County sectional. Just the stats guy he is, he feels like he's got it figured out of what the seeds will be, and so he's going to give us some maybe some pre-knowledge into what the Jay County sectional will look like.
And it's also wing night on Sunday night, and I'm certain that Mr. Wynn can put a couple of wings away.
Yeah, I'm sure the wings and wrestling, talking about wrestling, is just a little bit of an add-on.
Chickens in Adams County, beware, because Mr. Wynn and what's the old line from Tommy Boy? Tommy like wingy.
Tommy like, yeah.
Tommy like wingy.
I've seen him put down some wings. He'll be excited to do that and talk some wrestling with you and Dane. So I know he's said he's working hard after his work, figuring out what the sectional.
Make sure you get that in there. He gets in trouble if he does wrestling work during accounting work. But
I made sure I said, hey, when you do my taxes, then you can work about the wrestling. So I like having my tax guy be able to talk about wrestling. We got to go in here in a week, and that's perfect time. Get to talk postseason while he does my taxes.
Everybody's giving me a hard time about winning that golf cart this summer. They didn't realize I'm going to pay taxes on that thing, and I had some money set aside, but I don't know what I did with it. So, I mean, I'm certain that'll come back to bite me. But they're running on the championship mat here, running the face-off. I'm going to run a couple commercials and get through some of these. We'll be back with more wrestling as the championship bracket will start here on mat number 1 in a few minutes on WZBD YouTube channel.
Wygand Construction in Fort Wayne is committed to providing quality, value-based construction services, and that commitment begins with our employees. We strive to anticipate and exceed clients' expectations, honor our commitments, and provide for the communities in which we live. If this sounds like the place where you'd like to work, visit our website at Wygand Construction to see our open positions and fill out an application. We want you on our team. Wygand Construction. Trust, well built.
Get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. The BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. The versatile lineup is built to help you make the most of your land. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, or save up to $600. Now through February 16th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit Off-Roader Equipment Sales, US 27 in Bern, Indiana, State Route 364 in Minster, Ohio, or online at offroaderequip.com.
Sports season, movies, or your favorite new TV show. Hi, this is Tina, and I want to introduce you to the season's biggest new must-see TV, 100-inch television for under $4,000. Smart Google LED panel TV, only available at selected authorized dealers. Imagine watching your favorite team on lifelike spectacular television. This is more than a TV, it's entertainment as you have never experienced. Stop in to view a new era in television at Innovative Concepts Audio Video, 1421 Manchester Street in Decatur. We bring technology to you.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Hey, do you know when and where we can recycle in Adams County?
Well, I know you can recycle from 8 to 4 weekdays and Saturday 8 to noon at the transfer station next to Golden Meadows.
Okay, where else?
In Decatur, behind D&D Marathon on the east side of town on Thursdays, Mondays at Simon Manufacturing 27 South in Bern, and in Monroe on the third Tuesday at the fairgrounds. Plus, you can always get the latest info at adamscountyswmd.com.
Thanks.
Throwing a party? Call Adams County Tent and Party Rental to make it a very special occasion. Adams County Tent and Party Rental has delivery on tents, tables, chairs, linens, and bounce houses for weddings, birthday parties, graduations, retirement luncheons, and business meetings. No event is too big or too small for Adams County Tent and Party Rental. Call Landon at 223-2040 or like them on Facebook. Looking for summer work? Give Adams County Tent and Party Rental a call today.
Join the team at Smith Brothers of Bern, where they pride themselves on providing their employees with a family atmosphere. Smith Brothers is currently hiring with a Monday through Friday work week in an air-conditioned environment. Employees are not required to wear uniforms and can listen to music while they work. Starting wages are $17.50 to $21 an hour at the end of their first year with a yearly bonus incentive and a competitive benefit package. Apply online at smithbrothersfurniture.com or in person at Smith Brothers, 356 Monroe Street in Bern. Adams Sports Medicine provides certified athletic trainers at many high school athletic events. These trainers specialize in injury prevention. Dr. Robert Kinney is board certified in physical medicine and rehabilitation as well as sports medicine, while Dr. David Coates is board certified in orthopedic surgery. Both Adams Medical Group physicians will be there to provide non-surgical and surgical care. Visit adamshospital.org or call 1-833-724-DOCS to schedule an appointment.
When you need building materials, you need Arnold Lumber, 425 Winchester Street in Decatur, featuring lumber in a wide choice of sizes, plus doors, windows, roofing, and more. Whether it's a complete new home or remodeling, a new deck or deck repair, a new kitchen or a kitchen update, whether it's an erected or materials-only garage or pole barn package featuring quality metal, free professional designs and estimates. Arnold Lumber provides it all. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Thursday till 4:30 on Friday and 11:30 on Saturday.
Renowned around the Midwest for his skills and his creative abilities, Nate Bowers and the team at Bowers Paint Studio in Decatur work with a wide range of clients, from collision repair to custom paint jobs for classic cars and motorcycles. Located on Monroe Street on the west side of Decatur, Bowers is your place for body work too, whether it's getting your ride back on the road or finally getting that classic car, the paint job you've always wanted. Stop by or give Nate a call to put the best in the business to work for you.
Winter might seem like a strange time to get a coolant flush, but coolant is one of the most important fluids in your vehicle. Without the proper ratio of water to coolant, winter temperatures could cause it to freeze, causing damage to your engine. Hi, I'm Matt Brown, manager of Best One in Monroe. We recommend a coolant flush every 2 years or 30,000 miles. And right now at Best One in Monroe, we are offering $15 off our flush service. Give us a call or visit us at bestoneofmonroe.com for details. Best One, selling tires, serving people.
This is Dustin Cressman of Bixler Insurance. Some commercials make it tempting to buy cheap insurance. Is price really the only thing that's important to you? Bixler Insurance believes cost is important, but asset protection and quality claim service are what you're really paying for. We partner with great companies like Buckeye Insurance Group, striving to have high standards of expertise and professionalism to serve our communities. Give yourself peace of mind. Contact Bixler Insurance today to build a plan that protects your family, farm, or business.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School as the national anthem was performed by one of the title sponsors for the Hager Hershey Zelt High School Wrestling Weekly, and Ryan Hershey, as Hirsch and Zelt and former Adams Central wrestler Blake Hirely, who works for them, was out at the High School Wrestling Weekly on Sunday night, and I tell you what, them boys killed some wings. There were some bone piles left when they were done.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Blake, being a young man, can put away some wings, and being as fit as he is, I'm sure he can work them off pretty quick.
I told Dane, I said, there's 3 guys at that table, and I said, I'd take 2 of them on, but the other one I'm going to leave him alone.
I know which one you're talking about.
So here we go. It's our 106-pound championship match as we look across the dashboard here in the championship bracket. It is Corbin Lothridge versus Brock Sprunger from South Adams. And on the consolation match, it's for third place, it's Fredinger and Liechty. And on the 4th match, it's nobody. So go ahead and take this championship match at 6.
Yeah, we've got Corbin Lothridge of Jay County, a freshman, coming in with a record of 24-8, going up against Brock Sprunger, a freshman as well, going in with a record of 16-8. Like I said earlier, Lothridge has got the best of Brock Sprunger twice so far this year, once in a dual format and then the other in the ECIC tournament held by Jay County. Start off this first period, Sprunger was in on a shot. Lothridge now controls the front headlock situation. They're on the out-of-bounds line. The ref is Tyrone, and he's doing a good job of making sure the action is going. He stops them for a stalemate, and we've got about a minute left in this first period.
We had a match with Josh Howard the other night, and he said that he worked like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then he and Tyrone went to Alma, Michigan, refereed a college tournament on Sunday.
Yeah, Tyrone, maybe Instagram famous. There's a new wrestler, a 45-year-old wrestler from Defiance College, and I saw Tyrone was officiant in that match, and that was pretty neat to see a guy I know wrestling, or to reffing a college wrestler. Now, back in on a shot, Brock Sprunger shoots a crossbody single. Like I've said before, I'm not a big fan of the crossbody single. It kind of leaves that guy that's defending almost halfway around. Brock doing a good job of pulling that leg in. Got 20 seconds left. He's trying to hold on. He sucks the leg in there for a quick second and gets Lothridge to a hip. He tries to hip over. He might get the takedown. There's 10 seconds left. Lothridge is looking to come up top. And looks like we're going to get no takedown as time's going to run out here in this first period. The score is 0-0.
With that single leg with your head on the outside, it's a great place to be if you like to eat cross faces. But if you don't like getting your face messed up, you probably get that head on the inside.
Well, and the crazy thing I never understand is normally, when you're trying to get a penetration step, you're stepping past the leg to grab the farther leg. And so you see it in a lot of younger wrestlers or more inexperienced wrestlers. They see, I want to shoot on this leg, not getting that leg to come forward and maybe shooting a sweep single or a double. Instead, they shoot a crossbody single, and it's just not a good position to be in.
From that knee pull, you hit that knee pull, you're supposed to get in and hit knee pull and change off to a double.
Yeah. Yep. Or you kind of go to a misdirection and circle back the other way. But a lot of guys tend to hang on that position. Lothridge does get a stand-up attempt. Sprunger's now back in on a crossbody single. No escape has been awarded. Lothridge sitting on his butt with Sprunger looks to be in control. Lothridge does have a head and arm locked up, kind of in a Merkle position. He should get the reversal awarded, but nothing has been awarded yet by the referee, Tyrone. Now we've got a reversal in favor of Lothridge of Jay County. He now leads this 2-0 over Brock Sprunger of South Adams.
Down here, Will Fredinger has a 7-3 lead over Ezra Leakey of Adams Central for the third place match.
And that's like another important one. You lose this one, you're now behind at least 2 guys. And then you have Belmont, who's always a tough team in the mix. You don't want to be behind too many guys when you get to sectional. If you get above the 4 seed, it's hard to advance. Not that you can't break your seed, it just gets a little harder to make it to regional.
Because I think Vinegar has beaten Sprunger as well as Leakey.
Correct. So Vinegar will probably get the number 1 seed. Lothridge has now got a cradle locked up with 30 seconds left on the clock. He's got 4 near fall waiting to be awarded by Tyrone. Sprunger does a good job of breaking that lock. The 4 near fall is awarded as 6-0 in favor of Corbin Lothridge of Jay County. Lothridge now out in front. Sprunger in the crossbody position, needs to switch off to a double. We've got a locked hands call against Jay County, so Sprunger will get his first point on the board. It is now 6-1 in favor of Lothridge at Jay County. We've got 5 seconds left on the clock. Brock Sprunger is still on bottom. They get set. Lothridge covers. Let's see if Sprunger can get an escape here in 5 seconds. He stands up, and he's got his knee a little too close to his head. Lothridge locks up a cradle and rolls through as time goes out.
As we said before this round started, Jay County has snuck into the lead with a half-point lead, 216.5 to 216 over Adams Central. But in these championship brackets, where some of these AC kids are favored, I think they're going to make some bonus points.
Yeah, I think they're going to get their bonus points, and then, like I said, the placement for second place has already been awarded. So if you get second, you're not going to get any more team points. You've already maxed out. So you need to win if you're in the championship, or if you're going for third, you need to win that third place match to get more points. Now on the ride, Lothridge had Sprunger chose bottom here in the third position. Sprunger trailing 6-1. Looking to get off bottom, he moves his hips. Lothridge has got a wrist and a half. He's not out to the side running it, but kind of using it as a breakdown attempt. Sprunger now gets his hips clear, looking to come out the side. Maybe a Granby attempt by Sprunger.
No, I've seen a Granby. They don't look like that.
They don't. No, he needs to get his hips separated and get his feet out more to the side.
Ezra Leakey doing his part. He comes back and gets a win over Freiniger. And that match was 7-6, and Ezra Leakey gets a reversal at the buzzer and gets a 1-point victory and gains the Jets a couple points there.
Yeah, and you can hear the home crowd cheering him on. That was a big match for Leakey. Like I said, that helps him at least move ahead of one guy at the sectional tournament. On the championship mat, Lothridge goes out of bounds, still in control on top with 50 seconds left. He's currently ahead of Brock Sprunger of South Adams, 6-1. They get a fresh restart. Sprunger is on bottom, gets set. Lothridge covers, and Sprunger right off the whistle hits a nice stand-up, but gets taken right back down. A sit-out attempt, making good movement on bottom. Another sit-out attempt as Lothridge does a good job of following. Got a little bit of a cross-wrist ride. Sprunger back up to his feet for a brief moment, and Lothridge takes him back down on a little bit of a lift and trip attempt. Now Lothridge out to the side. He's got wrist control and 20 seconds left. Looks like Lothridge is going to pull this one away. If you're South Adams coach, you want something to walk away with, maybe a get off bottom or escape. But Lothridge doing a good job. We got a stall call as 10 seconds left on Lothridge. Just covering the hips too much on top, not getting out. So we're going to get a fresh restart with 10 seconds.
So when we get to the 113-pound match, it's going to be Griffin Byron of Jay County taking on Max Adams of South Adams, and Miles Carr versus Harada from Bluffton for the fourth place match.
As this one runs out of time, Corbin Lothridge of Jay County is going to be your ACAC champ. Brock Sprunger is runner-up. Good freshman campaign for both these men.
The final score 6-1?
Yep, 6-1.
That'll take us to 113-pounders. Like I said, it's going to be Griffin Byram, the number one seed, coming in. Starts the day at 29-3, and he'll be taking on Max Adams, who started the day at 23-4. Good record for both of these young wrestlers. We are underway here. 113-pounders. Adams in the all whites of South Adams. And Byram is wearing the black singlet with the Ghost Patriot on the back of it. White legs. Byram is a senior, 30-3 right now. And Adams, the freshman, 25-4. A couple of pretty good records for these young lads. And there's a nice single head on the outside, switches off, trying to go to a double by Byram, trying to change off there. And that's where you make that transition. You start as single, work off, transition, go single to double, go to the Barzagar. He's trying to get it through as Adams doing a good job. And, he popped him down pretty hard. Dane and I saw the biggest slam in the junior high match we ever seen the other night as Byram locks up a cradle, trying to get Adams to his back with it. And he takes him back with some force, has Adams on his back in that very tight cross-face cradle, and there's the fall. Minute 7 is the fall time as your ACAC champ is Griffin Byram with a fall over Max Adams in minute 7. So Byram advances, and it gets the championship for Jay County, putting them a couple more points ahead of Adams Central. And at 1:20, and they're probably going to wait and give out awards at the end, not to have these people wait around, but it's going to be a good match here between Loshi and Johns. Levi Johns comes in with just 1 loss in the season, starts the day at 26-1, and he's going to be wrestling against Titus Loshi of South Adams.
Yeah, and Levi is a senior. He's, like I said before, he's got a pretty accomplished wrestling career, qualifying for the state tournament, I believe, every year. Hopefully he qualifies this year. He'll be a 4-time state qualifier for the Bluffton Tigers. Titus Loshi comes in with a 17-7 record as a sophomore. He was a semi-state qualifier last year for South Adams, looking to improve on that this year and maybe be a ticket rounder or state qualifier.
So at 1:20 in the footwing semi-state, they have Aiden Bollinger ranked number 1. I didn't do the right one here.
I believe Johns is 2 behind Aiden Bollinger. And that's good company to be behind when you're talking about, wrestling comparisons. That'll be a good semi-state match between Johns and Bollinger.
Let's see. We've seen young Mr. Bollinger this season several times, and that Delta lineup in the bottom half is just really tough.
Yeah, they'll have a lot of state qualifiers in that bottom half. To start off this match at 1:20, the championship match, Levi Johns gets in on an opening takedown within the first 5 seconds of the match. Titus Loshi, both wearing white singlets. Titus wearing the white and yellow pinstripe. Levi Johns wearing a white singlet with some black trim. John now takes over Loshi in a tight side cradle. He now adjusts, puts his knee in the bottom, and is looking to flatten out Titus Loshi. And he gets the fall in 37 seconds. Levi Johns is your ACAC champ at 120 pounds.
As we have Silas Wink wrestling against Cade Foster for the 3rd and 4th place match, and Mason Myers of Woodland and Colton Everett of Adams Central wrestling in that 5th and 6th place match. I'm going to play a round of commercials when we come back for this next championship bracket here on WZBD YouTube channel.
DDD Maintenance and Repair, owned and operated by Shane Reynolds, has your local professionals for heavy-duty truck and diesel engine repair. DDD Maintenance and Repair also offers full-service sand and glass blasting for your surface restoration projects. Whether it's getting your heavy-duty truck and diesel engine running like new or sandblasting your project to look like new, we have a blast renewing the past. Give Shane and the guys a call at 260-223-5442. That's DDD Maintenance and Repair.
Renowned around the Midwest for his skills and his creative abilities, Nate Bowers and the team at Bowers Paint Studio in Decatur work with a wide range of clients, from collision repair to custom paint jobs for classic cars and motorcycles. Located on Monroe Street on the west side of Decatur, Bowers is your place for body work too, whether it's getting your ride back on the road or finally getting that classic car, the paint job you've always wanted. Stop by or give Nate a call to put the best in the business to work for you.
Growing since the day they opened in 1998 and committed to building lasting customer partnerships, Classic Dye Services is a proud member of the community in southern Allen County. A leader in wire dye production, Classic Dye Services is a proud supporter of high school athletics and wants to wish the teams good luck at today's sectional. Jim Hoffman and Ben Wally urge you to support your local team, and they hope that you visit Hoagland Days in June. Classic Dye Services, New Haven, Indiana.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School as they are holding the championship matches until the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th places are done, as Josh, I look up, they have Levi Johns ranked number 12 in the state at 120 pounds. They do not show who his loss was to. Do you know who his loss came to?
I do not. I saw him wrestle Ezra 5 from Alexandria, and that was a tight match at the ECIC championship. Levi Johns beating another ranked opponent in Phi of Alexandria. That was a last-second takedown for Johns. So I'm not sure who his one loss is. I've seen a couple of his really good wins, and he looks just as impressive as he has every other year.
As we did see Alexandria, I saw the Alexandria team warming up because they were practicing on the mats that were out for the girls' regional Alexandria, and then they came up here to Adams Central, and they wrestled up here at Adams Central for the 1A tournament. Did you see much of the matches they had there? I know they got a couple of quality kids.
Yeah, I was talking to their coach before the tournament, and he said they felt like they didn't get the seed they deserved coming in as unseeded, and I said, well, look, I know your team's really tough. I saw them at Jay County at the ECIC, and they just have a bunch of scrappers from about 120 to about 157. They're really tough, and then they've got a couple good upper weight classes. The Alexandria team was really good. Was hoping to see a matchup with Dakota Sprunger and Phi, maybe if they bump up a weight, but that team overdid their seed. I believe they took 5th in that team state tournament. South Adams ended up taking 12th
and
in that team safe tournament.
He also told me that there's a young man wrestling at Delta that was in his program his whole junior high career in Reed Wicker, who is a quality kid for Delta, along with some other guys that they have on that team that, kids go where they want to go. And he started there as a freshman. It is what it is. But, we don't see a lot of that in the Adams County area. I mean, AC kids are AC kids and Belmont kids are Belmont kids when it comes to wrestling. Very few of those guys are crossover wrestlers.
Yeah, we get a lot of homegrown, a lot of guys that are in our county or in our school districts, wrestling for our school. You mentioned Reed Wicker. That kid's tough. He'll be an outstanding wrestler for Delta in the next years to come up. The only one I could think of, for our area was Isaiah Myers. He lives on the state line. Maybe Parkway District, and he decided to come to South Adams. He's got family ties to South Adams. He wrestles with a lot. He used to wrestle with a lot of the Belmont guys going to Tim Myers Academy, and so he just landed on South Adams, and that's the only movement I can really think. But you get to some of those bigger schools that have a little nicer facilities, and if you're a small school and you got a 2 or a 3A school right next to you with the facilities of Delta, it's hard not to go there.
I think basically the whole state is going to go to open enrollment this next year. I think they're going to take all school districts away and just let kids go about wherever they're at. I mean, if you look at Marion County around Indianapolis, the football teams down there, they build these big powerhouse teams up, and some of those kids will play for 4 different teams in 4 different years, depending on if a spot opens up at a different team.
Yeah, we were down at Ben Davis. I tell this story to a lot of people, and we saw a guy that was wrestling at the 215-pound weight class, and the guys from South Adams were just amazed by how athletic he was. And they said, well, you must start on the football team for Ben Davis. And he said, I'm the 4th-string D-end, and he would have been a star on anyone else's football team up around our area. And they were shocked, how big and athletic he was, and to be a 4th-string D-end for Ben Davis. But Ben Davis being one of those powerhouse schools.
What probably shocked the South Adams guys that they had a 4th string of anything.
Yeah, having 4 deep at any position is a good problem to have.
There's some of those Indianapolis schools down there that have teams that rival most small colleges. Some of those guys are so big, and I know that you look at some of those offensive lines, and I look at the offensive line at some of the state championship teams when I was down there covering the finals. It's like some of those guys are they're 1,400 pounds across the front O-line.
Yeah,
total.
Yeah. And you see it like you mentioned with the open enrollment. Some schools not wanting to play football against the Center Groves or the Carmels anymore. They're saying, the mix, like, oh, we don't want them a part of our conference. They're going to kill us in a lot of sports. And so I believe that both those schools are still looking for a conference. And when it comes to a lot of sports, kind of just wrestle more of a prep schedule. They wrestle teams from other states that are within the driving distance allowed by the IHSA.
Now, when you're talking about football, the Adams County 1A contingent has looked pretty good in the past 6 years as South Adams makes their way down there like 5 years ago, and then Adams Central made it to the finals 4 years in a row, and then finally usually the third time's a charm, but this time it was the fourth time was a charm, wasn't it?
Yeah, fourth time. And, each one of those teams from Adams Central just got more and more impressive as the year progressed. This year they finally got the job done. I know Grant Moser's listening. He's done a great job with the South Adams guys. Like I said, it's nice to see the wins, and we like that. But ultimately, seeing how Grant impacts those guys and the amount of effort he pours into them when they're in high school and even when they graduate. Grant and both the Mosers do that from Adams Central and for South Adams, just pouring into kids' lives, and then they give their best effort. And you do that, you're going to get some wins.
Now, when you look at success rule, Adams Central has went from 1A to 2A, so Grant didn't have to worry about playing them in sectional. And then now all they have to do this year is win a regional, and they go to 3A.
Yeah.
And if you look at the 2A sectionals and regionals, I don't see many teams around that are going to challenge them for a regional championship. So that means Adams Central may go to 3A for 2 years.
Yeah, and, it's a good problem to have. You can't knock your guys for winning or, being competitive. Both coaching staffs have done a great job. I know Grant wants to get back to the state tournament, and I believe he's putting every effort into that, and the guys are as well. I believe they already started their winter lifting schedule. Some guys on the wrestling team are lifting in the evenings in order to prepare for next football season, which is 9 months away.
Well, I'd like to think that he could bump his coaching staff up a little bit, but he's out of brothers to put on his team. He's already got enough coaches as brothers. So we start off here now that the final match on the 120 is done. It's Cale Beer at 126 wrestling Dakota Sprunger. Beer comes in 29-8, and Sprunger comes in, the junior, at 26-3. Sprunger in the all whites with the pinstripe South Adams uniform, got the Starfire on back. Cale Beer is in on a shot, tried to hit a little tilt, and he's got broken down to his belly. He's got his head on the outside of a single leg as Sprunger's trying to break him down, doing a little butt drag, spin, go behind, as Beer's trying to hang on to that leg pretty good. As he's getting cross-faced, bumps his way up, does a good job of getting back up to his base, trying to get his hips underneath him. As Beers is trying to fight off, maybe get a stalemate here from Tyrone with a minute 17 left to go. And now Beers did a better job, got his head on the inside, and Sprunger's able to break him back down to his hips. Sprunger needs to work his way around. If he can hook that ankle, and Tyrone says that's a stalemate, so I think it's a win for Beer.
I think what makes Beer really good is when he attacks and he doesn't get the takedown, he's not giving up normally the takedown. He's going to hold on to that leg and get it to a stalemate or try to work up.
So Beer with a shot from out, and Sprunger hits a little arm drag on him. And Sprunger's trying to get him back down to the mat, and Beer does a good job of working his way to the edge of the mat. And he was hit a little switch and go outside and did not get called for the fleeing the mat. And that's just good, smart wrestling on the edge of the mat.
Yeah, good job by Beer, continuing moving. Putting wrestling moves together and getting out of bounds.
So with 45 seconds left to go on their feet here, no score in this championship bout at 126 between Beer of AC and Sprunger of South Adams. A little tap and go by Sprunger. Beer's been doing all the shooting here. Now Sprunger's trying to slow him down with a little 2-on-1 arm drag there. And there's a shot by Beer. Heading outside, changes from a single to a double. Trying to suck that double leg up. Sprunger with a nice tough crossface and inside thigh pry keeps him out. Counters that. Sprunger's been on the defense here, and Beer's done all his shooting so far. 9 seconds left to go here in this first period. Somebody's got one left in the chamber. 3-2-1. Time expires as we're going to go into the second period here with no score. Tyrone reaches in his pocket, flips his disc. It lands on green. That is Sprunger. Sprunger says, I will go. He said, I want to go down. His coach says, no. Did he tell him to defer or take top?
I think he wanted to go down, and then they, in a tight mass like this, you want to give your option to a third. Use your energy to ride on top a little bit more. So I think they chose to defer to the third period.
So Beer takes down, try to come out, and Sprunger has a tilt locked up. Just about got Beer off his hip. And taking down is not where you want to give a guy 3 near fall or 4 near fall on a cheap tilt. You want to kind of come up, but he's been caught in a chicken wing here. And Sprunger's trying to run him around. Beer's been rolled in a dough, didn't go over in the tilt. He goes one side to the other, and Beer is on his shoulder. Tyrone started his count, so Springer's going to pick up points here. So Beer taking bottom instead of getting an escape. He's going to give up near fall here. He's lost 4 as Tyrone's got 4 in the pocket now. He comes up on top, changes his move. Tyrone says, nope, still got that chicken wing, and I'm not going to give it to you until you come out of that chicken wing. Turns him towards his back again, but Tyrone still has the same original 4. Now we're at a minute to go here. Beer tries to sit out, turn in. Beer's going to trail this thing 4-0 as its 4 has now been awarded. As Beer sits out, tries to turn in. Springer's got his head hanging over. Gotta be careful there. But he's got the arm tied up, so Beer has nothing to grab it with. Springer trying to hit a little chin drop and dropping down to his back. Beer's able to snake his way back to his stomach. Springer's trying to run a chicken wing here. Jump side to side. Now you said, did Springer win this match in the dual meet this year?
Springer lost it 5-4.
Okay.
And a lot of the mistakes were made on top. You know, there was a lot of reversals. And so just a lot cleaner of a match so far by Springer of staying tough on top.
As he got a little bit high, as Beer did a real good job of changing directions, hit a sit-out, turn in, went the other direction, gets the escape, so he's crawled a little bit closer, but giving up them 4 near fall on bottom was not a good move for Beer as he trails 4-1 as we go into the third period here. As Springer says, I will go down now. Let's see if Beer's going to do something. Beer's going to go optional start on top. Looks at his coach and I'm going to option it. Okay, I guess. It's up to you. See if Beer's going to try and ride him or cut him here. Just going to straight cut him. So 5-1 is going to be the score. So Beer's going to work his way in. Beer was in a couple really nice shots, and Springer's been on the defense here. So we'll see if the aggression of Beer is going to pay off or not. As Springer's in on a collar tie there, they break away. Tyrone's not going to put up with a whole lot. If Beer doesn't get aggressive on his feet, Tyrone stepped in and tell somebody something. I think somebody's getting a little handsy, I guess. Talking to Beer a little bit. Minute 43 left to go here in the third period. Beer trails 5-1. Springer's in the center mat. Now Beer hits a little single leg, hits a little knee pull. Tried to hit a tilt as Springer's able to reach in, grab his legs and twist his legs and try and pry him over. Springer's got the leg split. Springer can work his way around back and hook the leg and then break the hands of Beer in better shape. But Beer's wasting a lot of time down here as Springer has the leg hooked, and there's the 3-point takedown. So Springer, it's all Springer here, 8-1 over Beer. As Beer tries to sit out, hit like a little inside sit out here. Comes up to his base. Springer running an overhook and a wrist roll. Beer's going to try and come out, but Springer's going to getting up a little bit high. He's got a half and a far chicken wing, which is a really odd combination. As Beer sits out, turns in. Beer's trying to cut the corner here. He's going to sit out, turn in both directions, and Springer's been able to follow him. Now he hits a little switch to a leg as Beer's in on a good single leg with his head on the inside. If he comes up and finishes that waterfall situation, like I worked that in for you, bud. As he comes up the middle, goes Iranian. Now Beer's is in good shape, and he sit there too long, and Springer kind of high-legged over and hipped into him. As I thought Beer was going to get a takedown there, but Springer just went in and put the pressure into him, and Beer didn't want to go to his back, so he bails out on it. So with 20 seconds left to go, Springer with an 8-1 lead here on his way to a championship at 126 pounds for the Starfires.
Yeah, I would like to credit Sawyer Miller, NAI champ for Indiana Tech, really teaching the guys for South Adams that tilt. Dakota's looked really good the last couple of weeks learning that tilt and kind of perfecting it. That was a big turning point. You go down 4-0, you got to wrestle a little bit different if you're Cale Beer. So that tilt by Dakota Springer was a big turning point in that match.
So Springer's your champion at 126 pounds. Final score 8-1. And that'll bring up Frauger at 132 versus Patterson. So it's going to be Southern Wells and South Adams in the championship at 132. Jay County has increased their lead a little bit, 228.5 to 222 for Adams Central, and 185 for South Adams. Bluffton in fourth at 184.
Now at 132, we've got Jaron Frogger of Southern Wells, a 25-3 junior, going against Will Patterson, a 19-4 sophomore. Earlier in the broadcast, I said Frogger got the best of Patterson at the Garrett Invitational. But like I said, both guys had each other on their backs for a 4 count. So this could be a little bit of a toss-up match. I would give Frogger maybe the edge, but Patterson's scrappy.
That Frogger kid, the way he's built, he could be a feature easily.
Yeah.
He's built just like a feature.
He's built like it. And like I said earlier, he was at 144. He's now down to 132 pounds.
That's a big jump.
He looks like it. He looks like he was a 144-pounder cut down to 132. He just looks big for 132-pound weight class.
Heck of a scramble there.
Yeah. Both guys, Frogger was in on a shot. Patterson doing a good job of getting his hips in for a little bit. They're in a little bit of a scramble. Now Frogger was on a head outside single, switches off to a double. Patterson sitting on his butt, but he does have the far ankle, kind of a crotch lift attempt on Frogger. He's going to give up the opening takedown. Frogger now leads 3-0. Patterson with the stand-up attempt. He gets his hips out. Frogger does a good job of dropping into a leg. Patterson now trying to sprawl and get his legs back, get his hips into him. And he breaks and get his one escape. Match score is 3-1 in favor of Jaron Frogger of Southern Wells.
I was going to say, if you're Frogger down there hanging out late, you're wasting a lot of energy. You might as well just cut him loose and go again.
Yeah, and sometimes, guys get in those positions and they want to fight to keep points or from giving up points. And the best thing to do is just, hey, I'm already, I'm at a less than a 50-50% position, and I should just give him the point and get back to where I'm good at.
It's that risk reward for energy you're expending.
Yeah, and so he's really good on his feet, so let's just give him the point and go back to where I feel like I'm the favorite and on my feet would be there.
So basically for the last 30 seconds, he got a little bit of a rest there after really working hard for nothing.
Yeah. In the second period, it's going to be Southern Wells' choice. The official for this match is Jim Bopp. He flips the coin, and Southern Wells gets choice. They choose down. Frogger right off the whistle stands up and gets his escape. Patterson now is trailing 4-1. He's in on a shot for a moment and backs out. Frogger does a good job of meeting that shot with his first line of defense, his head. Blocks it with his head and then works up. Now Frogger's in on a nice high crotch, switches off to a head inside single. Patterson doing a good job of keeping his balance. Frogger now takes him down and looks like he's going to take him down to his back in a little bit of a front headlock, or in a little bit of a headlock position. Patterson bellies out, and Frogger's now on top. He is in the lead of this match. Should be 6-1 as he chose down. No reversal was awarded yet.
I think Jimmy fell asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, I didn't even see him signal it, but I remember Southern Wells chose down. Patterson tries a little bit of a slow Granby attempt.
There you go, 7-1 now.
So they gave him his escape. And, or maybe.
Escaping a takedown?
No, because takedown's 3 now. So I don't know, maybe the score's wrong somehow, because it was just.
It's 4-1, wasn't it? And he got a takedown. They're missing a point someplace.
Yeah. Frogger's still on the ride with 20 seconds left, right on the out-of-bounds line.
Frogger took down, so she got a 1-point escape and a 3 takedown.
They had 4 before the period, so it scores right, 7-1. He takes Patterson over in a tight waist and a half, and he's going to get 3 near fall. Patterson comes to his feet but can't break away. The score is 10-1.
I was going to say, we're fighting about the score, and he almost pinned him, and it wouldn't have going to matter anyways.
10-1 in favor of Frogger. South Adams gets choice in the third period. They're looking to score some points. They're going to pick neutral. Will Patterson looking to get to his offense. Maybe a feet-to-back situation. Brings the match score a little closer with the opportunity now to pick up the 3 takedown and the 4 near fall. You get a 7-point move rather than the old school 5-point move. Frogger in on a shot. Patterson stuffs it, but Patterson needs to be the one attacking as he trails 10-1. There's a minute and a half left in this third period.
Coming up, the next match at 138 is a quality match between Aug of Adams Central and Barnes of Bluffton.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. Got a minute left here in this third period.
Jackson Bingham trying to get some points for the Jets here with an 8-5 lead over Jay County's Landers.
Yeah, there's 38 seconds left in that one. Full Nelson called by the Jay County wrestler. Going to give Bingham a point there. Frogger in now on a little bit of a fireman's attempt, dump, and he's going to get the takedown here in the third period. Well, nope. Will does a good job of.
Where is he?
Will does a good job of getting his hips to the party, and he's still fighting off a takedown attempt by Frogger. Frogger then switches off to a double. Patterson with a chin whip attempt. He hips over for a second. Frogger then follows through, and he's got Patterson flat on his back.
Good mat awareness by Frogger there.
Yeah. Yeah, when you get in those 50-50 scrambles, get your head higher, get your hips higher, get your hips into it, and Frogger does a good job of doing that. There's 20 seconds left in this third period. Frogger's going to get the fall and be your ACAC champ over Will Patterson. Will Patterson, the runner-up at the 132-pound weight class.
So Frogger, your champion at 132 pounds. And you said he was at 44 earlier in the season?
44. And he looks big for the 132-pound weight class. I don't know if he does anything in the fall and just didn't want to get down to 132 pounds. But he's made it the last handful of weeks. And, if you can make it back-to-back weeks, you probably deserve to be there.
Well,
you're not cutting
if
too
you're
bad.
a high school boy at Southern Wells, you play football in the fall.
Yeah.
It's almost a given, isn't it? That as small as school as they have to use all those kids. And here's a big match as Jamie Gegland slides over to take the championship match at 138. And it's going to be Dylan Aug of Adams Central. And he's going to be wrestling against Parker Barnes, the freshman from Bluffton. And Aug, just a 10th grader himself. So we're underway here at 138 pounds. Collar tie by both wrestlers. Wrist control by Aug. Just a little whip by. And Barnes is able to recover from that. Aug's in on a real nice single leg. Changes off to a double. Is going to try and finish Barzagar. Picks up and finishes. So Aug with the opening takedown here on Barnes. Gets his 3. And Aug did a real nice job. Hit a little bit of a duck under that cross knee pull. As they stand up and go out of bounds, he controls Barnes. And Barnes will be in a down position as they come back and set up in the center.
On the third and fourth match, we've got Eli Loshi, and we highlighted it. This wrestler from Heritage earlier, Max Morales, was ahead of Parker Barnes, who's in the final for a good chunk of that match. Ended up falling to Parker Barnes. Max Morales is wrestling for third and fourth place.
So Barnes comes up, gets his escape on Aug, so he's up neutral. He's in a single leg, and Aug just reaches back and grabs a switch deep in the crotch with that arm. Now he's going to try and hit a side cradle. And Aug switches off from a single to a double. Barnes going to try and dump him out, but Aug's just too long. And Aug catches that arm and catches him on his back. And Gegland got a couple of swipes there. He's going to give him 3 on a near fall. So a 3 takedown, 3 near fall. Aug really starting to light things up here with a 9-1 lead with 48 seconds left to go in the first period. And just shows you how fast this Aug can score points. And Aug's just really long and lean for a 38-pounder.
Yeah, and I think what makes him really good is you see some kids that are freshmen, sophomores have that little bit of hesitation when they go from move to move. He's just really fluid, switching from one shot to the other. There's no pause, and that's what makes him a tough wrestler.
He's trying to go for the guillotine, and the angle got a little too high for Jamie Gegline, so he breaks that off. So Barnes will be in the down position still. Aug says, nope, we're going to put him up to his feet, gives him his 1. Makes the score 9-3 now. Is that 9-2? 9-2 now. 24 seconds left to go in period number 1. A little throw attempted by Aug, and Barnes steps into it. Aug's in a knife throw situation. Can he work it from here? He's got it tight. He has Barnes down to the mat, and he picks up his 3 takedown. As Barnes was in tough on the leg, and Aug's able to scramble out of that. Just throws the leg in there trying to block it, and ends up coming up into Merkel. Gets the points there, so with 3 seconds left to go, I think Aug's just going to hang on here and take a 12-2 lead into the second period. A lot of points in the first period for Aug at 12.
Yeah, and a lot of them, on his feet, getting takedowns.
So the choice goes to Aug. He defers, goes back to the Bluffton corner. And then Coach Zeiss and Benji say, "Tick down, son." He was able to get an escape on Og earlier. Og, tight waist, breaks Barnes down to the mat. Og doing a good job of breaking that arm down. Has the legs split in the back, riding dead behind the hips. And Og comes out, runs a head lever on that left side. Barnes doing a good job of trying to tie up those legs to keep him from getting out to the side and running that. Minute 35 left to go here in period number 2. Barnes is flattened on his belly. And Giglin's getting in there, make sure that arm's, watch out for that arm. As Barnes comes up off his back, high spins over, trying to get out, and just a nice scramble there. And Og comes up on top, hits a little side cradle off of that. Has Barnes on his back. He's working the fall. Barnes is trying to bridge, but he doesn't have a lot of room to give there. Tries to get the other shoulder down. Og's going to change him back to the other way. He's got a reverse half Nelson. Now he's going to dust him off. Giglin's looking at the backside there, and there's the fall. Your winner in the second period by fall is Dylan Og over Barnes, in a pretty good match for Barnes, but I tell you what, Og just kind of pulled away from him there.
Yeah, just kind of showed his dominance on his feet, and then on top, he's really tough. Also notable match, Max Morales picks up the fall over Eli Loshi. Max Morales of Heritage with a 20-13 record, beat Eli Loshi of South Adams with an 11-14 record.
There's still one match going over there. I'm going to sneak a commercial or two in here. Back with the finals at 144 pounds on WZBD YouTube channel.
For over 30 years, Decatur Family Dentistry has been more than just a dental practice. It's a place where you're treated like family. Dr. Ronald Hammond built this practice on the foundations of trust, care, and integrity, and now they're proud to continue that legacy and serve even more patients with the addition of Dr. Forrest Fullenkamp, a Decatur native, and Dr. Julie Fullenkamp. Whether it's a routine cleaning, a smile makeover, or dentures, Decatur Family Dentistry has got you covered, offering comprehensive care for all ages. Experience the exceptional care you deserve. Call today at 724-8410.
Why let stains keep you from showing off your smile? This is Dr. Pamela Johnson from Bluffton Dental Clinic. Our office is proud to offer professional-grade whitening technologies to remove years of staining quickly and effectively. From in-office whitening to take-home kits, we can help you decide which system works best for your smile. We'll be happy to schedule a consultation at any of our convenient office locations in Decatur, Bern, Geneva, Bluffton, or Warren.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School as the 138-pound match went to Dylan Og by fall over Barnes of Bluffton. And that brings up our championship match at 144. Parker Nash of Bluffton, 8-1 record as he started today, as he's going to take on A.J. Heskett of Jay County, started today at 27-6. And what do you know about these two guys, Josh?
Heskett was at 132 pounds for a good chunk of the season. Kind of like him and Freiger switch spots. He goes to 144. Freiger went to 132. Nash has been out for a good chunk of the season. He wrestled earlier in the year at the duels, and then maybe a couple of duels with the team. He is a very tough sophomore. He gets the 8-1 record, so he gets the #1 seed over A.J. Heskett, who's got a 27-4 record. Neither of these guys having common opponents in this weight class. This weight got seeded mainly off of just win percentage. It's kind of hard when you don't have a clear favorite. Heskett did have a win over Wyatt Mann, so he did get the 2 seed. But this Parker Nash, I'm excited to see him. He sat out for a good chunk of the season. Excited to see what he does in the conference and the sectional tournament.
You know, we're just a week away from the sectional. That happens a week from tomorrow. And, you know, starting out in just 9 matches under your belt, I mean, you're just barely getting warmed up here in the season.
Yeah, and I'm guessing, I don't know the reason. He hasn't been wrestling for the last month, but I'm sure he has been staying active and, you know, trying to get as much of a workout as he can for the postseason. But, you know, nothing compares to live wrestling in a tournament or duel. You know, when you got that adrenaline and you're wrestling an opponent you're not familiar with, that's a different type of workout. So,
you know,
Heskett would be a tough competition.
There's lots of things. These kids are student athletes, and you
Yep.
got to go to class, and
Yep.
you got to take tests, and you got to get good grades. And sometimes kids are not in the lineup because of that. We don't know what this is. Could be an injury, but I tell you what, being a student athlete is not an easy job. Wrestling's hard enough on its own, but going to trigonometry class is tough too.
Yeah. I always say, wrestling is really hard, and then you add on schoolwork. When you're tired, come home from practice, the last thing you want to do is, write an essay or do a project. You're exhausted. So I always give it to these guys. No matter what their record is, that they've competed in a varsity season, and they're eligible. That's enough for me to give them kind of my tip of the cap, because I know how hard it is to do both at the same time. So congrats to them. We're now on the way here at this 144-pound weight class. Both guys have attempted a shot, but no takedown has been awarded. Now Heskett trying to control his opponent, Parker Nash. He hits a little bit of an ankle pick attempt, and he's got Nash flat on his back, with Nash completely out of bounds. Heskett having his knees and below inbounds. He's looking to try to get the fall. He's got the takedown awarded. 4 near fall will be awarded if this pinning combination breaks. Heskett now gets in position, and he pins Parker Nash out of bounds in 1 minute and 8 seconds.
Let's rephrase that. Nearly out of bounds.
Nearly out of bounds. Yeah, the new rules, Parker was 100% out of bounds, but Heskett was clearly in bounds. He did a good job of making sure to keep his feet and his legs in, and he gets the fall there. And that's a nice win for A.J. Heskett. He had a tough semifinals with Wyatt Mann, comes back and wins that one. And he shows that making the move to 144 was the right move for A.J. Heskett of Jay County.
So with plenty of time left in the consolation match here, let's send it for a round of messages. Come back for a 150-pound match between Huff and Sorgen.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance.
See Toby, Mark, Kyle, or Barb at Graber Insurance with offices on Highway 27 North in Bern and 623 West Monroe Street in Decatur.
DeVos Johnson Zwick Baker and Ainsworth is now DeVos Baker Ainsworth and Razzo. While the name is different, our dedication to serving Adams County and surrounding areas remains the same as when L.C. DeVos began his practice nearly 150 years ago. Our name celebrates the future of our office while honoring the legacy and dedication to clients displayed by our founding member and the 3 generations of DeVos attorneys that followed him. Call Tim Baker, Scott Ainsworth, Luke Ainsworth, or Ann Razzo to experience the same dedicated and knowledgeable service in meeting your legal needs.
Don Myers Plumbing and Heating in Bern is your American Standard home comfort dealer. American Standard has been in business for more than 100 years and welcomes Don Myers Plumbing and Heating of Bern as one of their independent dealers. Don Myers Plumbing and Heating and American Standard will provide your home or business with energy-efficient heating and cooling equipment, saving you money. Don Myers Plumbing, Heating and Cooling at the east edge of Bern on Adams County Road 000, your American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Why lose out to pain? Visit Dr. Carla Grody at Grody Chiropractic, 320 West Monroe Street, Decatur. She's a specialist in the utilization of proven non-force techniques to treat injuries of all kinds requiring professional chiropractic care. Call 724-2510 for an appointment with Dr. Carla Grody. Open Monday through Thursday, closed Friday and Saturday. Grody Chiropractic, 320 West Monroe Street, Decatur.
Who wants a complete smile? Or maybe it's just time for a dental cleaning and exam. Visit Dr. Laura Kugelhahn and her gentle, knowledgeable, and caring staff at Complete Smiles, located at 1133 North Main Street in Bluffton, Indiana. Dr. Kugelhahn would like to help you maintain your dental health or transform your smile. Complete Smiles is there to help you. Dr. Kugelhahn is currently accepting new patients. Call 824-3100 today to schedule an appointment.
Expert Transmission on US 224 in Decatur and on US 124 in Bluffton is the place to go for not only transmission help, but also full-service general auto and truck repair. Matt, Corey, and Tyler at Expert Transmission are experienced and ASE-certified mechanics who can diagnose and fix your family or work vehicle. Call Steve or Dustin soon to set up an appointment. Expert Transmission has the best warranty in the business. 5 years and 100,000 miles on a new transmission and can give you a free estimate. Call Call today at 724-2434 or like Expert Transmission on Facebook.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School as the 144-pound weight class has finished. As we can make our way to 150-pound weight class, it's going to be Brayson Sorgen as he is going to wrestle against Huff from South Adams. And Josh, what's happening in this third place match down here right below us?
Yeah, Wyatt Mann, there's 50 seconds left in this third period. Wyatt Mann is currently had 9-4, and he is wrestling from Woodland. Looks like he's wrestling Carson Mann. Carson Mann came in with a 16-8 record, was the 4 seed. Mann was the 3 seed. So this bracket has gone to how the seeding has been so far. There's 30 seconds left. Looks like we're going to get a little bit of a blood time as
Mason, I think he's trying to say that he bit him.
Yeah, it looked like it was a little bit of a crossface. I'm always, give the wrestler the benefit of the doubt. Guys are breathing. We're 30 seconds left in this third period. Everyone's breathing heavy.
I had a match one time where a guy bit a guy on the shoulder blade back here, and the guy says he's standing up on his feet, and the guy's behind him, and the kid looked at me and goes, he's biting me. And I walked around, this kid had a mouthful, and he was stretching out like you're pulling on somebody's shirt. And it's like, I think he's biting him.
Yeah, the few times it does happen, but normally you get in a position where it happens always in the cross face. One guy's breathing heavy, the other guy's cross facing hard. So I don't think Mann had anything, no intentions there. Now they're back to wrestling. Mann gets the takedown. He's gonna take the lead at 12-4, and looks like he's gonna hold on to be the third place champ of this ACAC tournament.
And that'll bring up a good match at a championship match between Huff. Huff comes in, just a freshman. What do you know about this young man from South Adams?
Yeah, I know he's done a lot of wrestling. He's a freshman at a tough weight class. No matter who's in the weight class, being 150 pounds and above as a freshman, we've seen with Manley from, Belmont, it's just tough once you get over 150 pounds. Or at 150 pounds. And so Huff's done a good job of improving his wrestling. We saw at Norwell several nice Granby attempts from him, and he got several escapes off that. He's improving his craft, but he's going to have a handful with Shorgan tonight.
Brayson, we saw him and Mav down at like 25 and 30, and now they're up at 50 and 57. So those young men have grown into some bigger weight classes, and as Huff's in on a shot, Sorgen quickly just hits a little go behind, takes him down and gets the side cradle locked up as he's on the edge trying to pull Huff back into bounds. And he does a little roll through, gets him back in bounds where he can do something with him. And Huff does a good job of getting back out of bounds. Brayson's trying to bring him back in, try to lock this up. He's going to try and roll him back in. Sometimes you try too hard and you lose the cradle, and sometimes it's just not worth it. Sometimes just take him out of bounds and bring him back, start over.
Yeah, and I think with Brayson, I'm sure his coaching staff wants him to get the win. He's probably on his way to that. But, they probably want him to work on some stuff. For South Adams, they probably told him, hey, we're a little out of match. Let's get a couple moral victories. Can we get off bottom? Can we make it 6 minutes? That's always your goal against tough competition. If you make it 6 minutes, you at least earn that guy's respect.
Shorty's got the leg in now. He's running a guillotine. Didn't put it behind his head. Now he comes off the leg, comes over, changes to a side cradle on the other side. He picked up some near fall. I think he got 2 out of it. Sorgen's going to lock up a side cradle. Tries to dust him off a little bit. As sometimes this situation, a guy's not going over. You just go up and split the legs and do that split leg cradle, and that really takes their bridge away and kind of tightens them up. Sorgen's still struggling now. His hands have got in a bad position so that he's let Huff's shoulder get down on the inside. So there 35 seconds left to go. Is Sorgen just going to give up on this, or is he going to keep running it? As Huff's been able to grab a hold of the leg and hang on and change that. So Sorgen comes off the side cradle, gives him the escape, puts him up. 5-1's the score. Sorgen on a nice blast double. Just going to work his way up, keep one leg in bounds, try to pull him back in as they step out of bounds. As Huff did a good job of staying off the edge of the mat. No takedown. Got a warning for stalling on Huff for stepping out. Borderline maybe. 12 seconds left to go here in period number 1. 5-1's the score. Snap by Sorgen. Good counter there by Huff. Little duck under by Sorgen. 4 seconds. Can he finish? He brings him down, and he's going to get the 3 takedown with 1 second left on the clock. Sorgen did a good job there. He changed it off, went for the single, changed off the double, high lift. Barzagar brings him back down. Got a guy in church came saying, "What's a Barzagar?" And I said, "You'd have to see it to know. I'm not going to walk you through it. If you know it, you know it. But go from a single to a double, get the guy up high in the air, and it takes all the whole sprawl away and just bring the guy down. Sometimes you can catch him on your back. Choice goes to Sorgen. He takes neutral on his feet. 8-1's the score here. Second period to start up. Sorgen bores in on Huff. Huff trying to get some hand control, trying to keep Sorgen off of him a little bit. Working his way around back in a circle.
And you can tell watching Huff wrestle, he just has, kind of a little bit of a freshman. I'm sure Brayson was somewhat of the same way his freshman year. They both know how to wrestle. It's, taking out that, timid wrestling and being scared of not making a mistake. Huff just looks a little timid. He knows what to do in the right positions, but, Brayson just a little bit more of an animal, is fluid in all the actions he does.
Well, there must not be any football games on because our buddy Grant Mosier's listening. So thanks for the kind words. He didn't hear the part where I said we didn't talk about him eating too much breakfast at West End.
Did he hear the part about Notre Dame, or I don't want to rub that?
Well,
back
I think he was crying in his Wheaties when Notre Dame got beat. But hey, anyway, that was a pretty good game. They came back a little bit at the end, but we're here at 150 pounds. Of Sorgen with an 8-1 lead. They're on their feet neutral. Minute 15 left to go. As Huff comes up through the middle, going to try and finish Iranian, and Sorgen gets off the side. He's going to try and gut wrench and spin out of this. And that's where these guys pick up for that Big Ten wrestling, that scramble. They get in there. I saw Ike do it the other night in a match. Just grabbed a guy's leg and just dove away and just started gator rolling and creates that scramble. And 9 times out of 10, the guy that starts the scramble comes up with it. Sorgen comes up, gets the cradle for the takedown, comes out of the cradle. So he's got 11-1 lead now. Cranks that cradle. That's pretty tough. We got that locked up hard. Pretty tight on the inside shoulders down. There's a fall. Jimmy calls it. 40 seconds left in the second period. Your winner by fall at 150 pounds is Brayson Sorgen as we get ready to come back for the 157 pounds as Adams Central has another wrestle in the finals, and Mav Dubois back with more wrestling here on WZBD.
Krukeberg Auction and Realty is dedicated to providing you with a grand auction experience. Their stellar team has over 100 years of combined involvement in listing and sales. Licensed in Indiana and Ohio, they specialize in auctioning homes, personal property, land, farms, equipment, antiques, and business liquidations. Call Krukeberg Auction and Realty at 724-7402 or stop by 1030 South 13th Street in Decatur and make Krukeberg Auction and Realty your first choice for a grand auction and realty experience.
Do you need repairs done on your farm or grain handling equipment? Maybe you need steps or a railing made, livestock gates, or your wife's favorite chair worked on. Ironclad Metalworks is who you need. They specialize in agribusiness welding and fabricating and have the skills you need to get the job done correctly. From existing equipment repairs to new fabrications, no project is too big or too small. They can do it all. Do you have an idea but can't seem to bring it to life? Stop by and let them help make your ideas a reality. Ironclad Metalworks, located at 620 Burn Street in Bern, or call 525-0471.
Brandon here for Kelly's Decatur Auto Mall. 3 dealerships right here in Decatur. Tom Kelly Chevrolet.
We'll get back to that Kelly Auto Mall in the middle. We don't want to miss all of Mav's match here at 57.
Yeah, Mav's off to a hot start. Got the opening takedown. And the first 8 seconds, he hits a nice tilt to start it, and he leads 7-0. Now he's taking his opponent, Caleb Seabray of Jay County, the freshman with a 12-16 record. Now over a cradle, he rolls through, and he puts a bottom knee in the side, and he's going to get the fall in 54 seconds. Maverick Dubois is your champ from Adams Central.
Now we can play at Kelly Auto Mall. Come back with a 165-pound weight class right after this on WZBD.
When it comes to excavating, the name to know is Luganville Excavating. Luganville Excavating can do total site development, dig your basement or pond, put in your septic system, even grade and install your driveway. Call today at 849-0251 or like them on Facebook. Luganville Excavating has 40 years of experience, gives free estimates, and guarantees all of their work. When it comes to the dirty work, Luganville Excavating will get her done. Give Brent a call today.
Brandon here for Kelly's Decatur Auto Mall. 3 dealerships right here in Decatur. Tom Kelly Chevrolet, Tom Kelly Ford, and Tom Kelly Chrysler Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. With a large new car inventory to meet your needs and wants. We also stock over 100 pre-owned vehicles in a variety of price ranges. All the big city incentives right here in Decatur. We have been here for over 70 years. Free car washes for as long as you own your Tom Kelly vehicle. We also just updated our car wash here in Decatur. Stop in and see us soon. And drive Kelly and drive with confidence.
Krukeberg Auction and Realty is dedicated to providing you with a grand auction experience. Their stellar team has over 100 years of combined involvement in listing and sales. Licensed in Indiana and Ohio, they specialize in auctioning homes, personal property, land, farms, equipment, antiques, and business liquidations. Call Krukeberg Auction and Realty at 724-7402 or stop by 1030 South 13th Street in Decatur and make Krukeberg Auction and Realty your first choice for a grand auction and realty experience.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School as we have started up the 165-pound match. It's going to be Max Byerly wrestling against Nathan Plattner at 165. And, you know, when I look at Byerly, I don't think he doesn't look like a 65-pounder. He's long and lean for a 65-pounder.
He doesn't. Nathan, on the other side, does look like a 165-pounder and a middle linebacker.
And then you look at Gavin Davis, and he looks like a 175-pounder.
Correct.
I saw a video that the judge put together, and Davis is jacked for a 65-pounder. You know, he looked big last year at 52, but he's really big at 65 as now Plattner's in on a single leg, and Byerly is doing what Byerly does, reaches across the top, gut wrenches, hangs on, gets his stalemate. As nice little kind gesture offered there, and Byerly didn't realize what he was doing. So, oh, sorry, you want to help me out? Good deal. 53 seconds left to go here in period number 1. No score yet. Byerly's long and lean for a 65-pounder. Working to get in a collar tie. Plattner trying to hold him off here. Double wrist control by both guys. 33 seconds left to go here, period number 1. Plattner was in a really good double leg, and Byerly was able to counter it. Still up on her feet, neutral here. There's a shot by Plattner, countered by a whizzer from Byerly. 18 seconds left to go. See if somebody's got one left in the chamber. They're going to try and take a shot here. 12 seconds left to go from the collar tie. Byerly looks like he's trying to set up a duck under. Breaks out of that. Under 5 now. They're going to ride this one out. They're going to go into the second period with no score here at 165.
You know, I think both these guys are wrestling a little timid. You mentioned Gavin Davis. You know, the loser of this match might get the 3rd or 4th seed and have to see Gavin Davis. And it's like, you know, you don't want to see him until you get to the final. So winning this one sets you up better at sectional, not to see him until you get to the finals.
And in the AC match, Max Byerly was really happy when they sent Heiser out. And Heiser goes out to the mat at 75, and he looks over and sees Gavin Davis coming out, and he's like, oh, crap.
Yep.
And Gavin, you know, Heiser's a really good 75-pounder, and Davis really took it to him and made it look easy. So both these guys at 65 are really going to be struggling at sectional. Byerly's in on an over and under. I thought he was going to throw him there as Plattner was really pushing into him. So we start this period. It's a 1-0 score now with 1:30 left to go as Byerly gets the escape from down. Starts off this second period. 1:24 left to go here as they both wrestle on their feet. These guys are really controlling wrists really well, not really doing any collar ties. You want to stay out of the ties. Byerly's got a hold of Plattner's wrist. A little tap and go. Nobody's, like I said, they're wrestling a little tentative here. Nobody's really ready to commit too much. Plattner with a couple of fakes and feints. Byerly tries a little throw by. Plattner tap and go. Plattner's in a real good single leg. See if he's going to come up and finish Iranian here. He has Byerly on his hip. Byerly's trying to step over the top. Plattner caught that leg coming in as Byerly's just going to try and gut wrench him out and hang on for the stalemate here as Tyrone's taking a look at it. Not a lot of change here. Tyrone's probably going to move in and get a stalemate here as Plattner's head's buried pretty deep underneath that leg. As Byerly's hang on. Plattner's going to come out the back here. Tyrone's going to let this go as Byerly's not in a good situation right now. 26 seconds left to go as Plattner's coming out the back. He doesn't want to turn to his left very much more than that.
I think Tyrone's doing a good job of letting him. Plattner's been on 2 deep shots. Byerly in the same position, kind of holding on, sitting on his butt. He doesn't want to award another stalemate at this position, but eventually he's going to have to call it if Plattner can't get anything advanced here.
So they basically wasted that whole period with no action. So Byerly with a 1-0 lead. And Plattner's choice, Coach Sawyer Miller says, take neutral. I don't know if they were afraid that if he took down that Byerly would ride him out or turn him.
I think that cradle, Byerly's so good at, long and lanky, get into that cradle. You've been on 2 deep shots. I'm not against the call, but the old adage, you choose bottom, it's pretty easy getting an escape. It's a free point, almost like a free throw.
Well, there's 3 positions in wrestling, and you got to be good at all of them.
Yeah.
As you get in that tournament series, and he's been in on really deep legs, but Byerly is just really good at counters. And at some point in time, Byerly might pick up a stalling warning, as he's just been draped over the top, has not made any attacks, and that's the 3rd good takedown that Plattner's been in on as Byerly makes his way back to the center. Tyrone's giving him the evil eye. Byerly hasn't had any shots of his own, but then he's not really the kind of guy that takes those shots. He's more of a defensive counter wrestler off the top. So there's 1:27 left to go. 1-0's the score as Byerly just kind of standing in the center of the ring. Middle circle, working on some wrist control. Plattner's trying to set something up. Let's see if Tyrone lets him just hang here. If he just hangs here and Tyrone lets him, that'll be the match. With 1:07 left to go here in the 3rd period. Central coaching staff telling Byerly to stay in good position. Wrist control, Plattner's trying to tap and go. Not a lot of action here. Tyrone's just kind of letting it play out. Plattner within a shot, and Byerly hit a little throw by. Byerly could have easily got the takedown, but he just kind of backed off a little bit. Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite him here, because when you have the opportunity to get a 3 takedown and you just let it go by and you want to rather hang on for a 1-0 win, see if Plattner can pull something out here in the last 30 seconds. There's a warning for stalling. I knew Tyrone wasn't going to watch that for 2 whole minutes. Byerly's trying to push in on the collar tie, hold Plattner off. There's a shot by Plattner, throws him over his hip. Byerly's hanging on. Plattner needs to get his arm out of this leg here. Plattner is trying to push his arm over the top of that as Byerly's hanging on for 7 seconds here, and Tyrone's going to let it go. And that's it. Byerly's going to hang on for a 1-0 win. Not an exciting match, but Byerly, your winner. Final score 1-0 over Plattner for championship at 165. Let's play a commercial here, and we'll be back with 175 pounders right after this on WZBD YouTube channel.
9 miles from Monmouth and 9 miles from Fort Wayne.
Nope, we're not going to play that. I thought there was a match still going down here, but we're ready to go. I was going to cut away, but we're going to take this match here at 175, and it's going to be Litchfield versus Somerset. Too good of a match to pass up, don't you think?
We said Litchfield, the freshman from Heritage, comes in with a 31-3 record. A win over West Somerset already this year. West Somerset from South Adams comes in with an 18-5 record. Litchfield in on the opening takedown, looks like attempt, but West does a good job of hipping over and gets the opening takedown to lead 3-0. Got a minute and a half left in this first period.
Somerset is just so athletic.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of action for 2 guys at the 175-pound weight class. A lot of rolling, a lot of flips. Both these guys are high energy, and they kind of live and die by the throw, which is always fun to watch as a spectator. Litchfield gets to his feet for a moment. Somerset does a good job of lifting him. Now, Litchfield in a sprawl attempt. He cross faces and gets around for the reversal. Score is now 3-2, still in favor of West Somerset of South Adams. West Somerset now with a roll attempt. And West in a little bit of a front headlock position, but he's got his arm trapped behind his back.
That was a power move, wasn't it?
Yeah, Litchfield comes out on top with some near fall.
Litchfield was on his back.
Yeah, he now leads 5-3 over West Somerset. Litchfield was in a not good position, just kind of showed some human strength and finished with a bar across the back. And
that was one, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think there should have been a little bit of a break and escape for Somerset, but Somerset's probably not too worried about that. He likes to kind of hit a roll here and get a reversal.
I'd say more, but Jimmy said to be nice to him when he was up here before. I'll be nice to him.
27 seconds left in this first period. Somerset holds a good base. Litchfield goes for a cradle, then throws a leg in. Somerset looks to shake him off as time's winding down on the clock. Litchfield then breaks him down.
How did he not lose that control?
They're just two humans, just superhumans. Litchfield now throws in a half that's tight. He's got Somerset stacked up. The time runs out. Somerset's going to be saved by the clock. I'm not sure if he's going to award the 4. I'm not sure if it was.
He got a full 4.
At that.
Well, let's put it this way. He awarded 4.
He awarded 4. I don't know if he knew the clock was running out.
I think he had a full. I think he had a full count. I think he got all 4.
The score is now 9-3. We're in the second period.
I think with a couple more seconds, he might have got the fall.
He looked flat, and he was stacked up on his shoulder blades. Litchfield now controlling the tie.
That's
he
nice
does a little throw by on Somerset. He gets the takedown in the second period. 10 seconds in, he's now ahead 12-3.
I asked these Heritage coaches up here. I said, "Where'd you find this kid?" And he said, "I just stand on the street someplace."
Yeah, I asked he's got 3 losses on the season. He said he lost to a state-ranked and state qualifier from last year. That bumped up from 165. He also lost to the Huntington North kid, who Somerset had beat earlier in the year, and he lost to a Northrop kid. So other than that, they said he's had a really good year. Now, in a cradle attempt, Litchfield takes Somerset over. He's got a
split leg side cradle.
He's close to having the head scissored figure forward in kind of a funky position. Somerset then kind of rolls through for a second, and Litchfield just kind of shows his strength, denies it, and takes Somerset to his back.
That's a great description. Denied.
Yeah,
he was denied.
I've always thought Somerset was kind of got a good build for as young as he is and athletic, but this Litchfield is kind of showing that there's levels to it. Litchfield leads 16-3. There's 30 seconds left in this third.
This guy went a surfboard here if we can pull him over. Slow motion.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if Litchfield knows what he has. He had 2 wings, takes him over. Somerset looks pretty flat on his back. If he doesn't get the fall here, it's going to get attacked by Litchfield. Litchfield sitting back with both of his Somerset's arms behind his back. Jimbot calls the tech fall, and Jackson Litchfield from Heritage is going to be your ACAC champ as a freshman and moves on with his 33-3 record as a freshman.
Final score of that 20-3. Litchfield your winner at 175 as put on a show there. They still got some minute 20 left to go in the other match order. I'll play a couple commercials back with the 190-pound weight class right after this.
9 miles from Monmouth and 9 miles from Fort Wayne, situated on 27 just south of 469, sits 9 Mile Restaurant, your home for great meals since 1837. Providing home-cooked meals to travelers between Decatur and Fort Wayne for over 180 years, 9 Mile has stood the test of time as an institution on the southern edge of Allen County. With seating on the family side, the bar side, and outdoors, there's always a reason to stop and have a meal. 9 Mile also has a full-service bar and a professional service that can cater your next event or party. The next time you're on your way to or from Fort Wayne, stop in. If you've gone the distance, welcome to 9 Mile.
Does your heating system need a good end-of-the-season tune-up from Masters Heating and Cooling? Now is the time to tune up your heating and cooling system. At Masters, we have technicians that can service most makes and models of furnaces and heat pumps at low-cost seasonal special pricing. Contact Masters Heating and Cooling at 1045 South 11th Street in Decatur. On the web at mastersheatcool.com to schedule your preventative maintenance checkup now.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School as we get ready to start the 190-pound match. And on the mat, it is A.J. Meyer of Jay County wrestling against Max Nussbaum of Adams Central. Adams Central has climbed back in the lead, but a narrow margin as they take a 246 to 242.5 lead over the Jay County Patriots. And here's a match where Jay County's favored in this match probably over Nussbaum, and have to give him a chance to gain some back. It's going to come down to the 215 and the heavyweight, and Bluffton and AC in the finals, so it gives a chance for Funk to gain some ground there at heavyweight, and then Jay County with Ortiz favored in the last match over Rumpel. So this is going to be a crapshoot, Josh.
Yeah, I like when tournaments come down or duels come down to the last match, makes everyone kind of sit on the edge of their seat, and the heavyweights get their respect. They get everyone watching and seeing how it turns out.
So Nussbaum gets Myers gets the opening takedown on Nussbaum. He has a 3-0 lead as Myers 15-4 on the season. Had some injuries earlier this year as he's going to drape Nussbaum back over his lap. And I saw the coaches Curry talking to Nussbaum say bonus points are key here. If you can have a loss, make it just be a straight decision loss and save some bonus points there. But Myers is doing a good job of running that chicken wing and a far bar, and now he rolls both wrist rolls underneath. And Josh, if you didn't watch a lot of girls matches this year, Jay County girls had perfected that pinning combination where they take a double wrist roll and they just take that one inside wrist and put it up on their hip and just take off running. And some of the girls that they're wrestling against are just not strong enough to prevent it, and they are pinning people, run it over, and it's really easy to run. You don't get called for an illegal chicken wing or anything, and it doesn't put a lot of pressure on the shoulder, and it's easy to teach. And I tell you what, they scored a lot of points with it.
Yeah, that once you get both your wrists tied up, as a bottom wrestler, there's not a whole lot you can do. You got to fight one to get one back, and so when you can get to that double wrist control on top, you're in a really good spot.
And we just saw a lot of teams that wrestled them just decided we're not taking them down, we're not going underneath you. As Myers tries to stand up and turn in, and Nussbaum's able to control that. So as A.J. Myers starting in down position, as he's got a 3-0 lead here with 1:41 left to go. These guys are pretty good 190-pounders, but there's a 190-pounder at Belmont that's pretty darn good himself in the X-Man. And the X is a big 90-pounder.
Yeah.
He is big, and he's long. And my good friend Henry Kugelhahn wrestled him, and he said he's got farm boy strength. He's just got that crazy farm boy strength. And 90's going to be an interesting class at the Jay County Sectional.
Yeah. Stebbins went down to 75, so that'll help out Palacios a little bit at 190. But he's looked good all year. I'm hoping he makes a deep postseason run because I like watching him wrestle. He's fun for 190 pounds.
So A.J. Myers gets the escape, and the Belmont coaches told me that the X-Man wrestled Stebbins twice this year in summertime. He got pinned by him once and tech falled by him once. So as good as X is, Stebbins is just that much more technically sound. As A.J. Meyer hits a real nice throw by and gets a takedown on Nussbaum. So that's going to make the score 7-0 as he riding in the top position. Steps back. Jackson inside ankle up. Working on a wrist control, trying to roll that out and put it up in a hammerlock situation in the middle of his back. Nussbaum doing a good job of keeping that wrist controlled down underneath there with 15 seconds left to go. See if he can just ride out in the bottom and not give up any more points. He's just got a straight decision going right now at 7-0. It'll be Nussbaum's choice in the third period. We'll have to wait and see where he wants to go. 3-2-1. Talboy comes out, makes a run, tells Gagline that's 2 minutes is up in the second period. Choice goes to red. That is Max Nussbaum, and he said, I will go down. Readjust his red ankle band. A.J. Meyer says, nope, we're not going to go down. We're going to go neutral. Gives him his point, stands him up, 7-1.
You can tell A.J. Myers has been wrestling for a while. You make your guy get in bottom position, then you tell him, hey, I'm going to let you up, rather than letting them do it when they're standing up already.
Nussbaum was in a real good single leg, and he slid back, and he's trying to go around behind he's taking all that pressure off the Wizard that Myers has. Oh, Nussbaum just about caught a side cradle, and AJ is able to break that off. AJ's got a hold of his own ankle trying to hold that Whizzer as Nussbaum's trying to pick it up. I'll tell you what, Nussbaum's had a pretty good season for a freshman, wrestling 190. He's a big, strong kid. He's got 11 losses, but he's been in some good matches. He gets a takedown on the senior. Now let's see if he can go work him over. I know that Myers doesn't have a lot of matches this year. Don't know if his stamina could be an issue in this match or not, but Myers trying to work his way up from the bottom. He still leads 7-4. Got some good wrist control there as he comes up. Hips into to a Nussbaum and gets him off his base. So he's got to escape now. 8-4 is the score. Myers with the lead. Nussbaum fakes a shot. Collar tie by both wrestlers. Wrist control by Myers. Myers is gaining some strength back here. Just hanging on a wrist. He gets a quick look at the clock. Got 37 seconds left to go here. Myers trying to set something up. He's dead in the center. Nussbaum shows his shot from way out. Myers able to counter him with a front headlock situation. Myers going to shuck him. Nice throw by Myers. Gets a 3-point takedown. So that's going to make the score 11-4 now. Myers with 12 seconds left to go here in this match. Going to cut Nussbaum, let him go. Nussbaum's in on a single leg, and Myers steps over and gets another takedown.
Ooh, that might cost him the team title.
I think so.
Eric knew, because with 10 seconds he's telling him, cut him, let's get the major. And there was a little bit of a break. There was an escape awarded, and Nussbaum kind of takes a half shot attempt, and AJ kind of hips over and
14-5 makes it a major.
Gets the major. I think Eric thinks it's really coming down to the bonus points.
Well, Adams Central had jumped out to a 250 to 242.5 lead. That's going to switch back up right there. Now it's up to Funk to come back and make some bonus points back here after Jay County takes the lead. Now it's up to Funk to try and come back here against Boots. Boots is #1 seed from Bluffton, and we're underway.
Yeah. Jake Boots comes in with a 21-5 record, the junior from Bluffton, against Ethan Funk, the junior as well, with a 24-11 record.
We know that Adams Central's wrestled a little bit tougher competition than Bluffton has, so that could be an equal factor there.
Yeah, and I'm guessing Boots maybe has a win over Funk, and that's how they got this seeding. With both these guys wrestling a full season, and they're here in the duels, I'm guessing we have a head-to-head somewhere down the line.
Well, they probably would have met in the ACAC duels, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Then I want to touch on 190. Neat thing about Max Nussbaum is I don't think, if I was giving him, I don't think I would have thought he was a starting 190 going into the season. And I would probably guess that the AC coaching staff didn't think he was a starting 190. With Carr being a regional qualifier last year for him, he didn't end up coming out. Max Nussbaum fills the spot, and he's filled it very well so far. So congrats to Max Nussbaum for a good year as a freshman. Boots now in on a takedown attempt of his own. They go out of bounds. Did a little bit of a chin whip, or a pancake to Funk's back, but they're out of bounds. Funk goes to a Russian for a second as they're back on their feet with 40 seconds left.
I think Funk just out of desperation made that little pancake throw to get this game off of him and gives out of bounds and saved a point.
Yeah. Now Funk in on a fireman's attempt. He's got the arm trap with Boots sitting on his side. Boots doing a good job of tying up. He goes upper body for a second to try to defend the takedown, which is not wise. And Funk gets the opening takedown.
His brother Caden was so good with that little monkey roll, the little tilt from underneath there. Does it well for a 215-pounder.
Yeah, for a 215-pounder, yeah. Makes watching the upper weights a little bit more fun when you can do some stuff that the lighter guys do.
I think Keegan Martin from Belmont last year had one of the best little fireman, little monkey rolls of any heavyweight in the state, and that took him to a place winner last year.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is, like, you get a guy on their hip, and, that other guy panics a lot. Sometimes they belly out, sometimes they're going to the wrong move, and you can, get back points right there with a kind of a little bit of a cheap pinning combination. You're probably not going to pin him, but you can get a takedown pretty easy. The guy's almost always panicking that. We've got a 3-0 lead here going into the second. Boots from Bluffton chooses down. Funk covers. Funk is ahead 3-0. I think everyone in the stands and here in the SAC at Adams Central can kind of see that this match is going to maybe come down, or this team title for the ACAC individual is going to come down to these last couple matches, as Adams Central's team kind of lines the championship mat. Now Boots in on a shot attempt, a good whizzer by Funk, and Boots hips over and they go out of bounds.
My favorite cameraman almost got kicked in the head there.
Yeah. Ben Sprunger's not happy with his wrestlers' effort there. Telling him to let's finish clean and make sure we're doing the right things right.
Is Ben Sprunger ever happy?
No, he's not. Well, I know he's happy when his boy's wrestling. I always see him, congratulating his boy. I think next year he'll be up in high school. So we'll see if that attitude continues once he gets to the high school season. Boots now around Funk. Funk looking to escape. No takedown is awarded yet because they're standing. Now Boots drops in on a single leg attempt. Funk got a little bit of a shin whizzer. Funk comes around in front with a mean crossface. Boots lets go of the leg. Now Funk in on a sweep single attempt. Boots has got a whizzer in. Not looking to forfeit it. Funk does a good job and grabs the far ankle and breaks his opponents down. Funk now leads this one 6-1 with 20 seconds left.
I think bonus points in this match could be the tournament.
Yeah. If I'm betting, I would bet Alan Ortiz probably picks up the fall in the final. And so a win and bonus points would be huge here. But I've watched Funk wrestle enough. He just has a motor. He wants to put up points. He probably doesn't necessarily know even about the team race.
Oh, I think the coaches have made him very much aware of it.
Maybe they have. Ultimately though, you want a head-to-head win over a common opponent. You want to upset the #1 seed first. It'd be nice to win a team title, but you don't want to put it all on one guy. If they lose it because of 14 other wrestlers, not just one guy. Now in the third period, Funk chooses down. Boots from Bluffton looking to run a power haft.
From the wrong side.
From the wrong side. No leg pressure, and it's kind of hard. He ends up letting Funk up. Funk gets escape awarded. It's 7-1. Boots trails. Got a minute and a half left in this third. Funk hits a nice double attempt. Sits Boots right on his butt.
Get that guy coming into and hit a blast double.
Yeah. He's now got a half attempt locked up. He's taken his opponent over. Funk looks at the ref, and he's going to get the fall.
Is that enough, Josh?
That's enough. Looks like Adams Central will be your ACAC individual champs.
I was going to say they haven't put the other points up yet, but they still should at 250 to 247.5. And that win with bonus points could be enough. I don't know if Jay County can come back and overcome that in the heavyweight match with Ortiz favored over Rumpel. As looks like all the other matches have just finished, so we're going to go right into the heavyweight match. Our final match here is going to be heads up between the #1 and #2 placement teams here. At 285, it's Ortiz versus Rumpel. As Rumpel's to the mat first. Has the ankle band on. Ortiz comes out. We talked about this. Jay County sectional is going to be interesting at heavyweight. There's some pretty good heavyweights coming in. The old Bopper, Jim Bopperoo, is the official for the match. And it's Vallejo of Heritage versus Landis from Bluffton for the 3rd and 4th place match. And we're underway. It's Ortiz and Rumpel. Rumpel trying to dice in gently. Doesn't want to get too close underneath the big guy. Ortiz hits a little collar tie, just about throws Rumpel to the ground.
Yeah, you can tell Ortiz is, very tough opponent. He hits a collar tie and about takes his opponent down to his base. Just really tough with that club.
He's thick. He's got a thick core. He's built a lot like Grady Baker. He and Baker are about the same size. Baker may have a little height on him, but I'll tell you what, it will be interesting at this sectional to see some of these other guys coming in. But we are at the minute 10 left to go here in this first period. No score. Both of us are still on our feet. Rumpel trying to work his way in. Collar tie by Ortiz. And Ortiz ranked high in the Fort Wayne semi-state. Sneak off and see what that ranking is at semi-state. See, I think they have Ortiz ranked in the top 20.
Yeah, I believe they said he's 8, which seemed kind of high, but he's been at the semi-state for a handful of years.
Yeah, Ortiz was like a 90-pounder or 215-pounder the last couple of years. He's jumped up to heavyweight. As there he is. They have him listed as 8th in the state. So we'll see. Still a lot of pushing and shoving. Looks like your typical heavyweight match. No score here yet with 8 seconds left to go. Collar tie by Ortiz keeps Rumpel at an arm's length. And they go into the second period, no score. I think that's a victory for Rumpel right there in that first period, not giving up any points. Somebody doing the math for you down there?
Yep.
We won't tip our hand. We'll just let that go. We'll let it play out.
Yeah, good luck to the Belmont wrestlers. I believe they're Belmont Middle School's down in Indianapolis. Dane Fewling's down there, watching along with them.
They're at Franklin tomorrow, I think.
Franklin, yep.
I said, why aren't you going to the NE8 with me? He said, because my kid decided to wrestle, so I'm going to go to Franklin and watch him. So
yeah, I know.
That's the trade-off.
He was excited to go down and watch the middle school, and hopefully his boy gets some good matches in.
So the minute 23 left to go in the second period. Ortiz started down, gets the escape. So Rumpel tries to hang on here. I think if Rumpel hangs on for a straight decision here, the Jets are going to be in good shape. As Ortiz needs to get some bonus points here, I think. And there's a stalling warning against Ortiz. Slaps down, tries to pick up a knee pull, and Rumpel throws a whizzer in. And Ortiz is able to fight through the whizzer. Rumpel doesn't want to give up any back points, so he jumps out of it. 4-0's the score. Ortiz with the lead. Rumpel stands up, broken back down to his base. 46 seconds left to go, and Ortiz runs him out of bounds. Rumpel trails 4-0. Ortiz says, yep, we're going to go neutral. Gives him an escape. 4-1's the score. Collar tie by Rumpel. Bores his way in. Gets some wrist control there. Ortiz had a little duck under to a knee pull to get that last takedown. 43 seconds left to go here in the second period. Clock is not running. Has not ran for a long time. Now it's running. They're just heavyweights. They're just standing there letting it tick away anyways. They're not doing much here on their feet anyways. Everybody's going crazy about the clock. I know the Adams Central fans want to make sure the clock runs as fast as possible.
Yeah, I think if I'm Ortiz, you're ranked 8th in the state for a reason. Kind of needs to put the old heel on the throat adage and kind of show why he's that ranking. And, the longer Gavin sticks around with this score separation only being 4-1, Gavin's in this.
Yeah.
And as each second goes by, Rumpel's just getting more and more confidence that he can hang with an opponent like this. He attempts a throw or a shot, he's right in it.
Rumpel's a small heavyweight, but he's pretty athletic.
Yeah.
They went from 30 seconds on the clock to 10 seconds on the clock. So they've made an adjustment here. Under 8 now. So Rumpel hangs on to another period and just has a 3-point deficit here. So Rumpel says, I'm going to take neutral. Tony Curry says, we're going neutral. I can stand out here for another 2 minutes. And if Rumpel stays off his back, I think that's a win for the Jets here. But we'll see. We'll see how it comes out. Rumpel trying to work his way in, and Ortiz with a big head slap. It wasn't a tap and go. That was just a slap upside the head. Jimmy Bopp said it was okay. Rumpel's in a collar tie, trying to hold on tight here. Ortiz makes a shot at the leg. Tries to throw up Rumpel. Rumpel dances around the side. Ortiz getting a little rough upstairs. I think Jimmy needs to pull him in and talk to him a little bit. That's when you get in his ear and say, that's enough of that business there, sir. Rumpel's standing his ground right in the center of the ring. Rumpel backs up. Ortiz brings him back into the center. Minute 19 to go here. Ortiz tries to fake a shot. Ortiz wants to take a shot, but I mean, if you're going to take a guy out that's not ranked, and you need to make that shot and show us why you're ranked. And there's a stalling. Ortiz just got warned for stalling and pointed for stalling, so that's a point for Rumpel. 4-2's the score now. It's kind of an interesting call by Jimmy there.
Yeah.
Kind of out of the blue. They're both standing there pushing at each other, and Rumpel gets the point for stalling. I didn't see the first warning against Ortiz.
Yeah, and I think Ortiz has done enough for heavyweights, changing levels, trying to be active. I don't know if that's necessarily fair to him, but both teams know a decision is a win for Rumpel and the team. And
he just gave him another one. That's just 4-3 now. Rumpel just picked up another point. And Ortiz is one that should be attacking, and he just lost 2 points for stalling. If he gets hit again, that's 2, and it'll be a win. He's got 13 seconds left. Jimmy doesn't have enough tricks in his bag to call another stalling and tie it up. Out of bounds, Rumpel with 6 seconds left to go. They tell Ortiz, you need a takedown. And you and I both know a takedown's still not enough. Ortiz fakes a shot. Gavin Rumpel hangs on for the 4-3 defeat, but that's a win for the Jets, I believe, as Ortiz is your winner. Final score 4-3, as Ortiz is your ACAC champion. But I believe that Gavin Rumpel has won the match for his team. Shakes the hand of Jimmy Bopp, and with that, I'm going to play around the commercials. We'll come back and we'll let the masters of scoring determine who won, and you and I have our guests, but we'll be back with more wrestling here on WZBD YouTube channel.
At Three Rivers Federal Credit Union, we're focused on empowering you to achieve financial wellness by offering the resources and support you need every step of the way. We're equally committed to bettering lives in our region through volunteerism, community funding and partnerships, college scholarships, and more. We give back to the people, places, and ideas that matter most to you. Learn more at threeriversfcu.org. Three Rivers is federally insured by the NCUA.
Miller Land Surveying is one of Northeast Indiana's premier full-service land surveying firms. From lot and boundary surveys to large topographical, commercial, and industrial surveys, Miller Land Surveying can help you with all of your surveying needs. With a seasoned staff, the latest technology, and a drive for perfection, rest assured your project will be done professionally and efficiently completed every time. MLS is proud to support today's broadcast and encourages everyone to get out and support local athletes.
9 miles from Monmouth and 9 miles from Fort Wayne, situated on 27 just south of 469, sits 9 Mile Restaurant, your home for great meals since 1837. Providing home-cooked meals to travelers between Decatur and Fort Wayne for over 180 years, 9 Mile has stood the test of time as an institution on the southern edge of Allen County. With seating on the family side, the bar side, and outdoors, there's always a reason to stop and have a meal. 9 Mile also has a full-service bar and a professional service that can cater your next event or party. The next time you're on your way to or from Fort Wayne, stop in. If you've gone the distance, welcome to 9 Mile.
Pampered Coach is a family-owned, community-minded business dedicated to providing the best sales and service for all your trucking and trailer needs. Pampered Coach on 930 at the edge of New Haven specializes in day cabs and sleepers. They also have a wide selection of new and used trailers. The guys at Pampered Coach offer a full-service department for both trucks and trailers to go along with their outstanding sales department. Visit pctrucks.net or visit Pampered Coach in person on 930 in New Haven. For almost 30 years, Slusher's Jewelry in Van Wert has been a trusted name for high quality and beautiful jewelry, custom designs, and repairs. Family-owned Slusher's Jewelry wants to be your personal jeweler. So visit their store across from Wendy's in Van Wert, on Facebook, or check out their website, slushersjewelry.com, to view their vast online collection of quality jewelry. Slusher's Jewelry in Van Wert, your hometown family-owned jeweler since 1995.
Mercury is hazardous to the environment, and because mercury is used in fluorescent bulbs, CFLs, and other consumer items, you need to know how to handle these products and properly dispose of them. There are many informative websites with details, or you can call the Adams County Solid Waste Management District, or visit www.recycle.in.gov. Help keep mercury from our water and environment. Know what to do, and always dispose of products that contain mercury properly. And keep your water clean.
Timmy Takedown Tree Service on US 224, 3 miles east of Decatur, has firewood for sale. $30 a scoop, $75 for a 6-foot bed, $85 for an 8-foot bed. Timmy Takedown Tree Service can give you a free estimate on removing storm-damaged trees, grinding stumps, or trimming trees. Call 728-9120 and talk with Jake to set up an appointment. Timmy Takedown Tree Service has been in the area's best and most trusted tree service for 50 years. Stop out or call today.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School in the ACAC, where they held the ACAC tournament here. We're on Friday night. It was a battle of ACAC teams, and we knew it was going to be close as Josh Gaskell and Rex Brewer watched this tournament come down. We knew the heavyweight match between Ortiz and Rumpel was going to be the deciding factor, and after all the dust settles, Adams Central comes out with a half-point victory. They win it 256 to 255.5 over Jay County. Bluffton sneaks into third with 200. South Adams takes fourth with 196. Southern Wells was 129. Heritage finishes with 103, and Woodland with 53. And Josh, you and I talked in the pre-match about how close it's going to be. Did you think it would come down to a half point?
I didn't think it's come down to half point. And for the listeners, that's one guy on that team, winning a match in the placements. That's the difference between one guy getting a major decision, even if he's already getting the win, him taking it from a decision to a major, or from a major to a pin. So it was razor thin. It comes down to a whole team effort by Adams Central, of their guys accomplishing, everything they set forth, but then, getting bonus points on top of it.
So let's run through these weight classes. Starting off at 106 pounds, your champion was Lothridge from Jay County, and he wins 6-1 over Sprunger from South Adams. And your third place goes to Leakty of Adams Central. At 113 pounds, your winner from Jay County is Griffin Byram by a fall in 106 over Adams of South Adams. Your third place is Carr from AC. At 120 pounds, your winner from Bluffton was Levi Johns. He takes out Loshi from South Adams with a fall in 37 seconds. Your winner for third place is Wank of Jay County. At 126 pounds, your winner is Sprunger from South Adams as he takes out Beer from AC. Final score 8-1. Third place goes to Glassford of Jay County. At 132 pounds, your winner from Southern Wells was Frauger, as Frauger gets a fall in 5:40 over Patterson of South Adams. Jackson Bingham of AC takes third. Like I say, Josh, just those third place victories, it's more than a half point, so it's a total team effort. At 138, it was not a close match in the finals, even though Barnes of Bluffton is a good-looking freshman. He's defeated by Ogg in the finals with a fall on 259. And Morellas of Heritage was your third place winner. At 144 pounds, your winner was A.J. Heskett with a fall in 1:08 over Nash of Bluffton. Your third place goes to White Man of South Adams. At 150 pounds, your winner was Brayson Sorgen with a fall in 3:21 over Huff of South Adams. Artisan from Jay County is your third place winner. At 157 pounds, your winner from AC is Mav Dubaugh. He's a winner by fall in 54 seconds over Seabray of Jay County. Third place goes to Dollar of Southern Wells. At 165 pounds, your winner is Byerly from Adams Central. 1-0 in a squeaker over Plattner from South Adams. And that could be the match right there, too.
Yep.
A 1-0 match. Byerly's match could have been the one. And Caper from Southern Wells takes third. At 175 pounds, it was Litchfield, an impressive freshman from Heritage, advances to the finals and gets the Tech Fall win in the first period. 20-3 is the score over Somerset of South Adams. Xander Schwartz wrestles back for third place, standing in for Heiser at 175 pounds for third. At 190 pounds, it's A.J. Myers. Where'd it go? I lost it. Hit the back button. There we go. A.J. Myers is your winner. 14-5 major decision over Max Nussbaum of AC. Freeze of Bluffton wrestles back for a first period fall for third place. At 215 pounds, another match that goes AC's way. Fall in 447 for Ethan Funk, and that could be the points that put him over the top as well, as he takes out Boots of Bluffton. Coy of Jay County comes back for third. At 285 pounds, the match for AC that made the difference, Gavin Rumpel hangs on in defeat to give up a 4-3 loss to Ortiz, but that's enough for them to hang on as Landis from Bluffton comes back and takes third place. Once again, your winners in this match today, Adams Central is your winner, 256 to 255.5 over Jay County as Bluffton sneaks into third place. And Josh, there's a lot of big matches here that really kind of set things up for next week's sectional.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys, helped their bid for a better seed next week. One that sticks out, Dakota Sprunger, revenging a loss against Cale Beer. Parker Nash having a tough match with Og, but fighting. And then you've got at 215 Ethan Funk beating Jake Boots, who is the number 1 seed, who has a win over him already. So some guys helping their case as it comes to the postseason. Some guys setting themselves back just a little bit more, and will have to work a little harder to become a regional qualifier.
So reporting for WZBD Sports, your leader in sports in Adams County from the SAC and the ACAC. Adams Central, your winner, 256 to 255.5 over Jay County. Bluffton in third with 200. South Adams with 96 for fourth. Southern Wells, Heritage, and Woodland round out the top 5. Reporting for WZBD, this has been Rex Brewer and Josh Gaskell. So, Josh, Friday night is just the start of the wrestling weekend. Tomorrow I'll be on the air for the semifinals and finals of the ACAC from Columbia City High School. Tune in. I'll be on both YouTube and 92.7 throughout the day. So whichever way you like to do it, listen on WZBD.com. Tune in on 92.7 FM or go to YouTube and you pick your media. But WZBD will be there no matter which way you want to listen to it tomorrow.
Yeah, and it'll be a great tournament.
With that, we're going to sign off. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, including our boosters in Rebecca Cochran CPA, Johnson's Auto Sales, and Lenny Razzo Superfan, along with all of our fans. Sponsors, I'd like to thank Steve Rouse for pulling us across and putting it across onto 92.7 FM tonight. And everybody stay tuned to 92.7 FM for more songs, singers, and bands here on WZBD.
You've been listening to exciting high school wrestling. Brought to you in part by the many community-minded sponsors you heard. And a special presentation of 92.7 WZBD Sports.